You're making fun of my accent.
What's going on, Pop Samurai fans? Welcome to a very special episode of our Pop Samurai block, our Pop Samurai mega block here on Thursdays. We have no aficionados for you today. We have no contention for you today because today it's all just Dread. Only Dread is what we're doing here. I'm going to pause real quick as somehow
He's
some
watching
mic was
himself.
left open. Hold on one second. Sorry, I accidentally
Hearing
had something
anything
on.
different?
My bad.
I don't know why. It's all right.
I can
It's
plug
fine.
you into a different one.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Feeling
I
okay?
expect,
You're feeling
Hang
all right?
on.
Yeah.
You okay?
It's
Okay,
just
yeah.
a little fuzzy on yours, but
All right, everyone okay?
there we go. Yeah.
I
All right, well, this is the Garbage Truck on Fire already. So, folks, we are going to be playing the tabletop RPG Dread. And we'll be getting, the reason why we're doing that is because if you guys don't know yet, Pop Samurai is going to be doing a 24-hour live stream, charity stream on November 3rd, this Saturday. And we will be playing games in support of the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. This show here is kind of our goal setter here. We have a goal of $500 to break. If we break the $500 goal, we will produce a limited one-shot series where we produce and kind of have some live streams put together where we will play some more of these one-shots together with either this crew or a mix of the other Pop Samurai crews as well, and have some fun that way. We just want to set a goal and a long stretch goal for you as fans out there to break and reach for us as we continue to try and build money for the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin.
hashtag goals.
Hashtag goals is what we're doing here.
Oh my gosh, we have to be entertaining.
Oh my god.
So, if you guys if you guys get a chance to join us for that, or you guys can follow our social media pages, Pop Samurai Network, on Facebook, Instagram, at Pop Samurai Cast on Twitter, and all of them have the links to the Extra Life donation page. And from there, you can help donate to the Extra Life charity in support of the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. We would really appreciate you guys' help. We understand if you guys don't have a lot of money to donate to it, please spread the word for us. If you don't, if you can't donate, the more we spread the word, the better we'll have a chance of supporting those sick kids out there, guys. So, I'm your DM for this session, if you will, Jelani Hoon, along with the players.
Do we give our character name or just us right now?
Give your name and the character name.
All right. So my name is Dominic Serena, and I am Captain Richard Lecour.
Richard Lecour. I love it.
I'm Will Washkoon, and I'm gonna be playing Chief Engineer William Billy Kallax.
I love it.
And
All right.
I am Joel Paprocki, and I am Navigator Knife Edger.
Knife Edger. Jesus. I love it. I love it.
This is great.
This is great. This is your crew.
I like it. Let's do it.
Beggars
right.
can't be choosers.
So, if you guys don't get it yet, what we're going to be doing is we're playing a tabletop RPG called Dread. As you can see in the center of the video there, there is the tower, the Jenga tower or the wood block tower, for copyright's sake, if you will. The mechanics of this tabletop RPG is simple. We are all decisions and everything that the characters will try to do in this game are dictated by the tower. And the tower there in the middle, as you can see, is right now not as threatening. But as we progress, it may become very tense and very threatening as the players continue on in the game. So we'll see how this goes. Dread is a indie RPG game here, and we will be playing a game or a setting of a story setting that was included into the booklet. So if you guys purchase it, it's going to be included one of 3 stories that are included into the booklet. We are going to be playing a story called Beneath a Metal Sky is what we're going to be playing here. Okay. So we have our crew here. We have our captain, our engineer tech. We also have our navigator pilot on this ship here. I want everybody here have filled out a sheet with questions and answers and stuff like that. If you get a chance right now, starting with the captain. Captain, if you can, give me a lowdown of your sheet and what your answers were, kind of like to help other people get a sense of your character, if you will.
All right, so I am Captain Richard Licour. As captain of the ship, what part of your management style upsets your superiors and why? Turns out their commands are optional, that's why. What is the name of the ship? We are on the SS Spinelli. When your last ship was destroyed, what did you risk your life to save? The ship. It didn't go well. But I did pocket my cigars on the way out. What class did you enjoy most at the academy, and why didn't you excel in it? The math. My answers were never the right ones. What food that most people like can't I stand? Cheese.
Wow.
You have a phobia you develop. I actually have a good answer for this scenario. You have a phobia you developed during your first mission. How has it interfered since then? Had a space vampire issue. The last crew we eradicated tried to conceal their scars in turtlenecks. Since then, I assume anyone wearing a turtleneck is a space vampire, and I spend my time trying to reveal their identity. Because of a terrible injury, you had a part of your body replaced by cybernetics. What was replaced, and what are the capabilities of its replacement? I just have written on here, hand cannon.
Jesus.
Hell yeah. Captain
A
Hand
Cannon.
That's Captain Licour.
Liqueur hand cannon.
Even though the record was wiped clean, what haunts you from your past? Dogs. How are your quarters decorated? A lot of velvet. Very mahogany.
Wow. Well done, sir.
All right. Okay. Moving on. William.
All right. I'm Billy Kallax, chief engineer, reporting for duty. You've left someone behind that you visit every time you're in port. Of course, that's my grandma. She's got space asthma. She doesn't handle it too well.
Space ass.
It's a tragic case, really.
It's really hard to breathe in space, okay?
Yeah,
It's
I
even
know.
worse with asthma.
I was placed aboard this ship as chief technician because I specialize in Nesquik drives. I'm the only one in this sector who knows as much about them.
Quick. Jesus Christ.
That's what it says.
Okay.
On my last ship, I suffered a horrible injury in which I lost the middle finger on my right hand. I miss using it to pick my nose, but I love extending it extra wide to give it the turbo flip off. Some people, and I try not to spread this around, but they know that I've got a trouble with the Keris. It's a stimulant that gives me super hard nipples, but it keeps me going on those nights when the drive needs extra tuning.
Oh, God.
I had a sister once. Lovely little lass. Unfortunately, she was airlocked in a very mysterious incident. We still don't know who's to blame. My superiors, I don't get along with them too well. The fundamental difference between them and me is I know stuff, and he's dumber than a piece of debris.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Should I go through this whole thing or?
Just exactly what you want to give a flavor.
Okay, well then I definitely. They say I'm a bit of an oversharer. I think that's all I care to talk about now.
Okay.
You got any extra of that Kakarot?
Okay, the Keris?
Sure.
On my last ship, actually, I came into quite a bit of Keris. All I had to do was sell my entire ship and crew into prostitution.
Jesus Christ.
Well, it's a good thing I'm captain then.
Been there, done that.
All right, Navigator.
All right. Knife edger here.
Knife edge. I love it.
Normally, a navigator of your skill would not be assigned to this sort of ship, so why are you here? Because there was a promise of the finest moon Swiss cheese. And I hear you don't like cheese, you son of a bitch.
More for you.
Where did you get that scar? Encountering the bugs on Clendathu. Mobile infantry made me the man I am today.
You sly fucker.
Okay. All right.
Why don't you like being the age you are? I'm an old salt, navigating the various space seas. I feel like I am younger than I am, but won't go out without fighting, like a lion, a sea lion.
Jesus Christ. Sea lion.
Because he's on a ship, right?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love everything that's happening.
You are normally very close to your family, but you recently have a fallen out of touch with them. Why? Because I took this mission. What piece of contraband have you smuggled on board? Who else knows about it? I smuggled Sunny D and the purple stuff. The captain knows about it. When do you feel most alone? Staring into the abyss of space. When you stare into the abyss, it stares back at you. Why are you also in charge of the inventory?
So many references.
Why are you also in charge of the inventory? I am highly technical, and I don't trust these shaved apes. What hobby do you have that occasionally comes in handy? Sometimes I speak backwards. Not actually a hobby. I think it's a medical issue. What disease do you fear most and why? Alzheimer's. Wait, what? What did you do during your last shore leave? I got in a knife fight with a Zerg. There we go.
Okay.
That is all.
Bravo. Bravo. All right.
Can I just say, Mr. Calyx, Mr. Edger, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Love it. I love it, guys.
Eat my asshole.
All right.
And just to be sure everybody knows, I
I
have
love
an
you
eye
too.
patch.
You have an eye patch?
Yes, I have an
All
eye
right,
patch.
good. Okay. All right. So as I bring you guys into the story here of Beneath a Metal Sky, you are aboard. One more time. What was the name of the ship? One more time. I'm sorry.
The SS Spinelli.
I love it.
I like to call her Ashley.
Okay, SS Spinelli. All right. You and the
Covered
crew
in
aboard the SS Spinelli are
Very mahogany.
you guys are a salvage crew, and you have taken a contract, as your captain will speak to you in a minute in the crew meeting, as you are on your way to the what the hell is it called again?
ISS Auerbach.
The ISS Arbuck. It is a crew or a colonist transportation vessel, and it's used for transporting colonists from the outer rim colonies to other parts. And it's a very standard thing. It's not a military ship or anything like that. It's more used as transportation. And it was scheduled to dock with the ISS Clover space station 2 weeks ago. It has not reported in. It has not docked in. It has gone silent. All communications to this vessel have gone silent, and it is assumed dead out there in the dark reaches of space.
The Auerbach.
The
We're-
Arbok.
That's the
Arbok?
ship we're trying to locate.
You guys took a contract to head to the location where it's probably best estimated where it might be the location of the SS Arbuck and mission. As you guys are in your crew meeting here with your captain, he will explain to you guys. Captain, take it away.
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Calyx, Mr. Edger, if I could have a word with you, please. If you could drop your nipples for just one moment.
Oh, sorry, it's a wee bit cold in here.
I'm sold. They're touching the ground.
All right, so I think you've heard about our new mission. We are out to see the SS Arbuck. Turns out that there is some
Well, spit it out, man.
there are some supplies.
Oh. And
I'm not making fun of your one eye.
Yeah.
And we are here to make sure that we accompany and find out what happened to the crew of the SS Arbuck, lest they become like the SS Seconds. Do you have any questions, crew?
Not so far. How about you?
What does a job like this pay?
Normal. Nothing abnormal.
What the bloody devil is that?
Well, Mr. Calyx, you are our engineer. Perhaps you are the best person to solve this.
you guys,
Back at it.
You guys are. Ship is currently in warp right now, on its way to.
I grow concerned that he
The
doesn't know the
ISS
sound of his
Arbok.
own warp drive.
I
You
could have
guys
told you that.
Having your
Evan.
meeting, you guys are talking, and you are moments away from the SSS Arbok location that you guys are coming up on. Captain, any other last-minute things you want to speak to your crew?
Just be careful, gentlemen. Obviously, we don't know what happened here, so precaution is our best ally.
With a name like mine, I'm a bit busy.
So as
He's in
Knife,
charge of our supplies.
Knife Edger, the navigation system is picking up a large, probably derelict ship as you guys are coming out of warp, and you are about to exit warp. And as you do, you come to a dark scene where just outside of a lonely planet, you see a darkened space hulking ship, if you will. It is the ISS Arbok.
Well, we've arrived, boys. I got a big ping on this here radar. I think we found it. It doesn't look good, though.
Mr. Wallace, if you could slow our approach, please.
Of course. All signs are normal. It seems like we've made a perfect jump.
All right, guys, let's look out of the port side and see if we pick up anything, any sign of distress.
As you start scanning the ship, the sensors on your ship give you the information that the ship's temperature is freezing right now, and a lot of the life support systems are on emergency power. And so, from what you, again, as the captain knows, and maybe some of you the crew have joined previously on other salvage missions, derelict or dead ships, coming up on them not being manned, and a lot of the most common issues and a lot of things that cause death in space are some of the reactor problems or engine problems that cause power outages or outages in the life support system or leaks in the radiation systems.
Mr. Edger.
Yes, good.
Mr. Edger, could you scan for some signs of radioactivity, please?
Yeah, no problem. Let me check here.
All right, so this will be our first pull, actually. As you are locking onto the systems and trying to use your systems to scan the ship more, I will need you to make one pull from the tower to make sure that you guys get the information correctly. And this will be amazing if the tower falls right now.
He would really have to try.
He dies of old age as he's scanning the ship.
Mr. Edger, if you could stay alive, please.
That makes a baker's dozen.
Ooh. Very good. Just place it on top, place it on top, place it on top. Yes, it is real, Django. All right. As you're doing some scanning of the ship, you get the information that the gravity drive is off. So you're gonna have to make sure that you're probably taking on your magnet boots with you to traverse the Space Hulk. You will also getting low readings of radiation throughout the ship.
I'm not getting much on the scanners for power. It looks like a limited amount of life support. Also, the artificial grav is out, so we'll need mag boots on this mission.
Well, that will make taking the supplies that much easier.
So, as you guys are going to be prepping up to board, correct? Question is, what are you guys going to be taking with you onto the ship with you? Understand that you guys have two hands and your space suits, which will sustain you in the environment. But understand that the spacesuits are kind of bulky and won't allow you to be carrying like large like backpacks or anything like that. So like you'll have two hands and basically what's on your suits. All right.
Gotcha.
So what will you be carrying with you on the ship?
As captain, I believe my spacesuit would be specially fitted to accompany the hand cannon,
Correct.
if I'm correct.
Okay.
I'd like to take a sidearm.
Well, this is where we come into a bit of a contention with this story. So, the ISS, which is the International Space Force, whatever the fuck it's called, they have a strict, if you are a non-military ship, strict restriction on firearms for non-military ships. And they constantly do inspections of ships traveling through checkpoints. Prosthetics are okay, but your prosthetic has been approved through many special means, and it is not one of those prosthetics that like unlimited ammo. You basically have like maybe 3 charges with it before you need to set it back together, but it's more used for welding and other things as well, but you are able to use it as a hand cannon. So firearms you may not have, but you do have other things, maybe melee weapons and things like that. What would you like to take with you?
All right. Well, I'd like to take a standard engineer's toolkit,
Okay.
and I'd like to have a cutting torch in there as well.
All right. Bravo.
Very nice.
Knife edger. What are you taking with you?
He's gonna take a spatula.
Underneath this patch, I keep the biggest goddamn knife you've ever seen. I'm also gonna bring a med kit with me.
All right. First aid kit, as you guys don't have a medic on board, but it's good enough for problems and anything like that. Engineering kit, you're taking a welding torch, and you have your hand cannon. Now, your spacesuits do provide you with headlamps, right? But these are dim headlamps, and they won't allow you to see very far. You do have on the ship the headlight heavy kind of like in one hand giant like flashlights. Is anybody going to take one of those as the power has been
Well, I
informed?
got a free hand because my eye, so I'll
Yes.
take it. I'll take the lamp.
Excellent. Will we have any communication devices to make contact with the ship, seeing as our ship has crew? Well, that's just our crew capacity. We only have the 3 of us, don't we?
You have the 3 of us right now, and your crew capacity for your ship, including you guys, you'll probably be able to take on maybe 5 more if you don't take any cargo with you.
Gotcha.
But like again, it's a very small salvage ship, right? And your communication devices, you have open comm links on your helmets. You'll be constantly communicating with each other through that, and you have local comms. So depends on what you tune to if you can. All right.
Gotcha.
So if you'll be boarding, you guys will be boarding onto the ship.
Could I take? I haven't actually taken anything with me yet,
Okay,
other
sure.
than
Yeah, what are you gonna
having a spacesuit on.
Sorry, what are you gonna say?
If I could take scanners, movement scanners, something that could scan
Motion
with different levels.
Sure, you do have a motion tracker on board, and you can carry a motion tracker device on you to scan for motion and things like that. Okay.
Yeah, I will definitely take that.
Okay. Now, Knife Edger, the pilot, navigator, you know from experience that creating a seal on the ship and connecting with the ship, very easy if there's someone on the other end. But there's not someone on the other end. So, being the pilot and the person who's going to have to connect your ship to a derelict ship, I will need you to make a pull from the tower to make sure that you're able to connect properly.
You guys are so demanding.
He's the real risk taker here. We haven't even tried yet.
So once you touch it,
No, you can
You can poke at it, but like once you begin to pull or push one through, it's you're committed to it.
You gotta. Do we literally just put it? We have to keep rotating it though, don't we?
He did. Yeah.
I really
That's
should wear
fine.
glasses.
Yeah, it's fine wherever you, as long as you put it on top of the tower. I'm cool with it. I'm not gonna argue too much about it. Okay.
Oh, you mean like try to make a spiral?
No. I just am blind.
Moving on.
Yeah. So, Knife, you steady up. You have much experience with this, the docking phase, and you create a nice seal onto the docking seal here on the SS Arbuck, and you
got
connect. You connect in pretty fine, and there's any problems. As you're connecting through and you connect with the ship, you do start hearing a garbled transmission starts coming through, and you're trying to. You can't really hear it, and it's really hard to make it through. It's almost like there's a lot of static coming through with it.
Give me a moment, lads. Let me see if I can clear this up.
So, as the engineer, if you would like to try and clear up the transmission, I will need you to make a pull from the tower. This is awesome. So, you hear it coming through. It's very garbled.
Captain
Can't
can't
hear.
make that out. I can't make it. Damn word out.
I believe it's Taiwanese.
You would know.
Thai.
Yes. As you clear it up a little bit, it's very distorted, and you're getting a lot of like feedback to it, and it looks like some of the comms problems are from the Arbok. It's probably the radiation and everything like that causing interference with the waves. What you're getting, you're picking out, and as a crew, as you guys kind of make out a few different words, you're picking up the word the trapped supply closet research. This is Officer King. Good. And then the goes back into just being garbled. But this is what you can pick out for now.
I think there might be someone left on the ship.
Trapped. Do you think he means trapped?
Aye, Captain.
I'm so glad you're our captain.
Yes.
Well, we
So,
agree. And there may be someone still here to save.
You are docked and sealed up when you guys are ready to proceed onto the ship. We'll see how it goes. Are you ready to proceed?
Mr. Edger, if you could do the honors.
I gotta pull a cubic.
Well,
Do
you
you?
don't have to pull. You
Oh,
don't
I
have
don't.
to pull.
Do
You don't
you?
have to pull.
All right.
Are
I thought you were successful, so.
You were successful. Are you ready to enter the ship?
I think we should get in there and make sure that this guy's all right.
All right. So, what's the traveling order here? Who's in the lead? Who's behind? And who's trailing?
I vote, I'll go in the back. As far as being in charge of the motion sensor, it'll keep me spry. We have the guy with the flashlight in the front to give us a good headlight, and our engineer in the center for looking for options for maintenance.
All right. As you guys open the space hull and enter into the ship, you begin to peer into the darkened hallway here of the ISS Arbok. And what you're getting here is there's no power. You see the gravity generators are off, and there is some sort of gray dust or something that is floating in the air, and it's almost creating like this fog kind of sense, but it's specks of dust, and you're not sure what exactly it is that is floating in this air, and it is the particulates that are causing a lot of problems with your view, and this is what you see at the moment.
Mr. Wallach, have you ever seen such a thing?
I don't know what this is. If it's just dust, we might as well open up the airlock and vent it.
What about you, Mr. Edger?
I mean, I've seen stuff like this before, but I don't know what's causing it on here. It could be anything.
This isn't space cheese, is it?
I don't think so. It might be a lot of farts.
Oh my. I think I'm picking something up on my motion sensor.
And yeah, as you're looking at, you're seeing your motion sensor, and you're seeing that there's some slow movement, and you're seeing that there's probably a lot of like items that are moving due to there not being a lot of gravity, right? And it's getting very hard to pick up like what is like life organisms or things that are just floating through the air because there is no gravity happening right now.
All right, guys. We need to start making some priorities here. Do we go into the command center and see if we can possibly get this operational and look at the blueprints, possibly look at cameras, or should we head straight to the supply room, see if there's maybe someone trapped there?
So what I can tell you right now is what you see right now. You see down the hallway here, and it's again very dark, but there are like emergency lights, but they're very dim. Like think like a movie theater, like those little lights that like
Yeah.
light the whole. It's like it's not giving you anything. But what you are seeing is you're seeing a couple large doors, right? And what you're getting is you're getting the dock doors that you just came through the docking area. You're getting cargo area. You're getting engineering, and that's what you see at the moment. There's also a kiosk next to you guys on the side of the hallway here, but doesn't seem to be on right at the moment, or you guys haven't checked it out yet. So, what would you like to do?
So we have a kiosk, and then we have two doors. One headed to the engineering room, one to the supply room.
Yes, so you see a kiosk on the wall in the hallway, and then you see two large doors, and then like the hallway continues on, and you haven't seen that far, but you see a cargo door, and you see an engineering door, is what it says.
What do you say we try to get some power back on?
I don't see a problem with that. Let me towards the engineering. I might even be able to get the gravity and the life support back online.
All right, I'm going to use the motion sensor right in front of the door as we approach it.
Okay. So you're going to the engineering door, correct?
Correct.
And you're scanning with the scanner to see if there's anything happening here. And you are looking at it, and there's a lot of movement, but again, it's nothing out of normal what you're already seeing on the scanners. It looks like there's maybe some floating items, and as you would probably assume, there's a lot of like miscellaneous items that aren't like built to be not sitting in a low gravity situation. You guys are staying on the ground because you have the mag boots.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Calix. I believe the gravitational field is connected to the engineering room. Is that correct?
That would be what I would expect, yeah.
So hypothetically, if we can get this this gravity back online, we could possibly see if there's any survivors with the motion sensors.
It would certainly narrow things down a bit.
Okay. Are you guys
Alright.
going to try and enter through?
Oh, we're gonna try the door, I guess, right?
Okay. All right. If you guys are going to try to open the door, you can see that as you guys go and expect the engineering door, it looks like that this door was blocked off a little bit here. Looks like that there's some things that look like it was trying to some people was trying to bar it, and you guys are going to be opening it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's probably gonna take, if you have the welding torch, it's probably gonna take you a little bit to try and weld through this little bar that's here. But it takes you pretty simple as you have this welding torch with you, to cut through it real quick, and you guys, without any power, you'll have to pry open this door, and as you do, it opens up into a very large hall. Again, this engineering bay seems to take up the majority size of the ship, and from what you're getting from this the size of the ship, which you've seen from the outside, it's probably about 3 levels tall, and as you guys have just entered on maybe the base level, probably goes up another 3 levels, and this one engineering hall seems to go up 3 levels as well. It's wide open.
Look at these digs. Oh, now these people have their priorities in right.
Sure do. All right, as you enter into, there's a large amount of the gray flecks, and it's almost seen. If I were to describe it akin to anything, if you guys seen Silent Hill, so kind of gray cloud just everywhere, and it's very obscuring of your view. Luckily, you guys do have some of the headlamps, and you guys have the big light as you guys are going through and trying to find some more stuff. As the technician engineer on the ship, Billy, you kind of know where to go here. You're seeing a lot of different items float around. You pass by, you see a little wrench floating in the air along with it, and you're heading to to this power kiosk, as you see here, and there's some this is probably where they control some of the power and some of the where you'll probably bring back up some of the power and life sustaining systems. Are you going to attempt to try that?
Yeah.
All right. So, with restoring the power and things like that, you will have to make 2 pulls from the tower.
Oh boy.
I should have some standard tools in my toolkit that should help me with this task.
They will help you with this task, and that's why you have only 2 pulls.
Oh wow! All right.
So, if you can, I will ask you, please make 2 pulls from the tower to safely turn this generator back on. As you're looking at it, before you go on to it, you're looking at it. Looks like that there's a little bit of damage to some of the outer like hole area of like some of the engine, and it looks like there's just been. You're not sure what caused it, but like you're gonna try and see if you can get some of the power back on. So, 2 pulls, please.
This is very intense when we've only just opened a door.
All right. As he looks around and he's like very gently like looking at these levers and like seeing where he can revert some of the circuits. from the
Gently,
power.
my arse!
We
This
should-
bloody thing!
Seem to be pulling just from one side. Perhaps we should maybe pull towards
God.
the other side a little bit.
Don't do that.
Just,
As your crew's yelling at you as you're
From the
like
tap.
you're
I'm not
trying-
yelling. I'm just
I'm
giving
I'm just
verbal support.
disappointed.
I'm yelling.
The fuck do you know, you bloody mop jockey?
if we get upset, do not pound on the table.
So
I'm very superstitious about these things.
as you get everything together, you're like trying to make sure that everything goes correctly, and you're trying to get everything to power back up. You see some of this stuff come on, and you're like slowly getting everything on the circuits back in order, and from there you're hearing some buzzing come on. You're hearing some of the sparks come to life, and
It's normal.
I knew that.
It's normal. It's fine.
Way to go, chap.
And you get some of the noise and everything that comes back on, and you're hearing like you're hearing a lot of like everything come back to life, and you're hearing like a lot of like everything trying to stabilize. The ventilation starts kicking back on to try and like help with the filtration. A lot of the gray dust starts kicking up, right? It's almost like you're underwater and you kick up dirt, and it's just like now it's really caked up. And gravity systems, you can start feeling like the gravity systems are starting to kick back on. And at this moment, you hear like a crash. Where is everybody here right now? Like, so you're at the engine
At the
right now. Where is
kiosk.
everyone else?
Where's the
I'm with
violet?
him with the motion sensor.
I'm near the entrance with the big light.
You're
Just
near
kind
the
of
entrance?
flash near to the door. Yeah, to the door.
Okay. At this moment, everything starts moving, and a lot of things start. You're hearing like the gravity generators kick back on, and at this moment, Knife, something falls and crashes near you as you're away from the crew.
What the
And
hell is that?
It slams right into you. I need you to make a pull from the tower.
Now, that's going to be a tremendous amount of movement in a small amount of time. I feel like I would pick that up on a motion sensor too.
And as you're looking through, you're by Billy. Your motion sensors are going crazy right now, and you're like, oh shit! Like we turned on the gravity generators, and as a lot of stuff's happening, you gotta pull it. You're committed to it now.
Take the one on top.
Yeah.
Take it. That's fine. It's okay. You were beginning.
You're
with
just
full one.
preparing for the next pull. I appreciate
You
that.
can just push that other one back in. Make sure it's steady. Something slams into you, and it slams with such force. It pushes you right up against the wall, and you see. You don't see what it is. It's a lot of the dust specks are like caked up, and it slams in, and it gives like a crack into your helmet. So much force. There's like a small crack in your helmet right now, and you see it bolt off, and you hear like kind of chattering, and you hear metal scraping, and you hear the sound of movement in ventilation ducts, if you hear that. And at this moment, the Captain, your motion sensors are going crazy. A lot of stuff's going crazy right now. Gravity generators have been turned on, and a lot of stuff is now falling from above you guys that was floating. I need both of you guys to make a pull from the tower to avoid being hit by anything that's falling out of the air right now.
Really quickly, we got somebody from the outside on the comms telling us that the background sounds are a little bit too loud compared to our voices.
That's fine. I'll turn it down.
There we go.
Bring it down.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Mr.
Chaz.
Calyx, can you do something about this ambient noise that's been going on this entire time since we boarded?
Let's get the hell out of the way of these fallen objects first.
All right, Captain and Billy, please try to avoid some of this falling debris.
Captain's first.
Butt cam.
Turning it down. Apologies to the crew. To the.
It sounds
viewers
good to us. I just don't know.
Sounds good to us. We can't hear from the viewers' point of view right now. So please do give us updates if like anything sounds too loud for you guys. So things begin to fall and everything is happening and you guys are dodging out of the way and you guys see a lot of like crates and like things that might be used for tooling here and like maybe some containers that were housing some of the toolings fall out of the air and you guys are dodging out of the way and so like some of the gravity has returned and life systems has kicked back on and you're still getting from the readings in your suit you're still getting low levels of radiation and that starts to kick on a little bit more as there's like a little bit of spike as you turned on the generators and there's a little spike of radiation low levels to the point where you could probably if at this moment you were outside your suit survive for a little while but after extended period of time exposed to this you would start to feel nauseous you would start to feel sick and things like that so be wary of that you get some of the atmosphere back and your readings are saying that like you would probably be able to breathe in this moment if you had your suits off so life sustaining systems are back on while they were very minimal before and not many people could survive in that situation where you've brought it back up now it's probably sustainable for a good amount of people okay all right
I'll use the personalized comms. Mr. Calyx, Mr. Edger, status report. You guys all right?
I made it through just fine, no thanks to you.
Something came up and bit me. I don't know. I got pushed into a goddamn wall and I got a crack in my glass. Now I can't even see and I already got one goddamn eye.
All right, Mr. Calyx, I'm going to make my way to Mr. Edger's location. We're gonna move further throughout the ship.
I'll come with. I should have something in this kit to repair a small little crack. Even a crack like you.
Now, boys, time for camaraderie is after we secure our own health.
Okay. All right. So you guys begin to move back to the entrance where Mr. Edger was, and you guys regroup. You do see that he's trying to dust himself off here. He has a little small crack into his helmet. And how does this scene play out for you guys?
Do I have anything in my engineer's toolkit that can
You could probably
do suit repairs?
You could probably apply something to his suit right now. Temporary, but like it'll probably hold like some epoxy or something like
Calyx,
that.
you got the epoxy.
Yeah, I got something for you.
Might
Oh,
be
and I got
leaking.
something that'll fix your suit too.
Mr. Edger, could you point towards the location you last saw, whatever it was that bit you?
Well, it was right behind me, so I guess
I repair his suit while this discussion is happening.
All right, you begin to repair
I
his
was
suit.
facing indoors here watching you fools run around like a bunch of nannies, and all of a sudden, I just got shoved, and it pushed me, turned me around, and turned me right into the wall, and then it ran right out the door and into a vent.
Could you point towards the vent?
Yeah, it's right that way.
All right, we're going to observe the vent and see what that whole thing looks like.
All right, so you guys trying to locate the vent. So I mean, it was really hard for him to see. It was all kicked off, but you can probably find the nearest like vent area. There's a lot of debris that fell from this area. There's a lot of stuff like littered around right now, and you come to this vent area, and there's a lot of debris that like kind of like fell and like crashed into this little area right here. So while you're looking at it, it does look like something might have gone through this vent. At the same time, like could have been falling debris that like smashed into this little area.
Could you tell what it looked like? Was it like a small child with a ladle?
It
With
felt
a
pretty.
ladle?
It felt pretty big, to be honest. I'm a big hunkin' meat sausage, and some guy came up and pushed me. It's not gonna be a child.
Never underestimate the power of children, Edgers.
You're right. They got quite
Or
the
utensils
imagination.
for shoveling stew, apparently.
You must be hungry.
All right, so what say we make our way further down this hallway? We're gonna decide to actually go
Let's follow the
further into the hallway that we originally were in.
Now hang on a minute. We're standing here in engineering with a bunch of crates just fall from the sky. Don't you want to look around and see if there's some salvage we can take? This shite just came from heaven, practically.
I believe if we locate more life forms, we could find more people to help us with such cargo.
And what shape do you think they'll be in? Having some little baby running around breaking their suits?
Apparently,
I'd rather just get what we come for and get out of here.
but apparently the same ladle child that got the edge of Edgers over here. If you would like, you could help help us locate more individuals. That's what I'm gonna go do, unless you want to go straight to the supplies.
All right, let's get on with it then.
All right. So I'm gonna make my way down this hallway as I narrate.
As I you guys begin to make your way down the hallway a little bit more, and you come to a stairway that would lead up, and you do see some a large like number on the wall, like that's been placed here, and it says 1 as you guys are where you are, and there's a stairway. And as you're coming to the hallway leading up to the stairway, you begin to hear the contaminated, garbled message again coming through, and it seems like again there's still a lot of problems with the radiation interfering, or maybe something with the comms, and it's coming through a little bit more clearer, and you're hearing. You can make out. Can you hear me? The research. The injuries. Then after that, it cuts out.
Was this direct communication, or is this a message that replays over and over?
Right now, it seems to be like trying to go out. It doesn't seem like it's replaying over and over, but like every once in a while, like this, like a garbled like message tries to get out.
Mr. Edgers, can you patch me in? Can I try to communicate with this voice?
Let me see what I can do, because, I mean, we're having a tough enough time hearing each other here. So,
We're picking up some of it. I think you can
I
pick
know.
up some of ours.
Just respond back. Tell him where we are. Maybe he'll come find us.
Hello. My name is Captain Richard LaCour. We're here with the SS Benelli. We're here on a distress signal. We're trying to find your location. We're currently in the main corridor.
As you
Can-
try to hone into the signal and you try to like get to the station where you think that it might be in, the second you tune to the comm station, it seems to be coming from. You get a very like large feedback like noise into your comm, and like you got to switch back off from it.
Gorgonzola, that was loud.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like you're able to reach through
Damn cheese.
from where you are. But as you guys are traveling through this hallway, you do see that the kiosk that was off in the hallway is now lit up as you return some of the power to the station, some of the lighting, low lighting, but like still emergency lighting, but enough to be able to traverse a little bit easier. But a lot of the caked up dust is causing a lot of obscurity in your view.
So when you say kiosk, I'm thinking like information kiosk. Is that, or like a main
It's
terminal?
It's
Like a terminal?
Terminal computer.
Aye.
Calix, could you man that terminal?
Of course, Captain.
If you're gonna
Let me see what I've got here.
All right. As you head up to this computer and you try to mess around with it as it's you've restored some of the power to it. If you'd like to try and access it, knowing some of the technical wisdom that you have, will allow you to pull from the tower to gain some information from this computer.
All right.
I love the idea that if the tower falls, he dies because he was trying to access a computer.
All right, Edgers, your turn. I will go last.
If at all.
So with the crew gone, I decide to go back on my ship.
I'm not touching that computer. Ooh.
So, as you access the computer and you're looking at it, some sparks spark up a little bit, but the computer comes up and it's welcome to ISS Arbuck mainframe, and a lot of it seems to be corrupted, and there's a lot of problems with the computer. But you're able to pull up what has some semblance of a map, mapped out area, and you're looking at the map and. Where you are right now, you're looking at there's a docking area, cargo area, entrance to the engineering bay. There's a stairway on the second floor, and on the second floor you have the ops area where you have medical, crew sector, research, and then from there on the third level is where you have the observation. You have let me see here. Just to make sure that I don't say the wrong thing for the wrong area. And then so observation. You have R&R, and so this is what you have there at the moment.
Crew, any idea where we should head to next?
Well, if we're serious about salvaging this beast, we should go to the cargo bay, see what they've got locked up there, and maybe find some anti-grav trolleys to get this shite back to the Spinelli.
Now, as you're looking at this map, there's something weird about it. And I'm sorry, on deck 3 you also have the hydroponic gardens, is where they provide food and stuff like that, right? But yes. And engineering seems to take up all 3 floors, so it looks like it just runs through all 3 floors. As you're looking at this map, something's a little weird, right? So you're seeing, so there's the ops, there's this room, and then you're seeing, if you were looking at a layout of a house, you would look at these spaces. There was this almost seems like this is supposed to be a room, but it's labeled as there's nothing there. If you were looking at a layout of a house and it was this is drywall and it's a big ass room, and it does for a colony ship or a transportation ship, doesn't seem like it's supposed to be laid out like this. It's a weird ship and how it's laid out,
Captain, take a look at this map for a second. Does anything strike you as a bit strange?
Triple Brie, I know what this is.
What do you see?
Mr. Edger, I think you can identify that these are the rooms that we're looking for.
Yes.
Contrary to popular opinion.
I don't know what the two of you are on about. I just see a bunch of blank spaces.
Well, we're going to go to those blank spaces, and we're going to accue the nothing.
The only blank space we need to accue is the one between your ears, boyo. We should be getting our salvage and getting the hell out of here.
Oh, we'll get the salvage. A select salvage.
Pure gold cheese.
All right. How are you going to proceed now?
Let's take a look at the nearest blank place where there's supposed to be a room.
That would be on the second floor.
Then we will head to the second floor.
The ops floor. So, as you begin to progress up the stairs some more, you head up the stairs and you arrive on the second floor, and it ends on the second floor. The stairs doesn't keep going, so it looks like there's probably another stairway leading up somewhere down the hall, probably. And you begin to head forward, and as you enter the hall, to this ops area, it looks like that there was some sort of firefight or something happened here, and this hallway is littered with casings and guns on the floor. Look, you see some pistols, you see some shotguns, and there is blood splattered on the walls and bullet holes riddling the walls as well. And the area where you would have saw the blank room, it looks like that the wall had opened up to what looks like gun racks, but like it looks like they're empty now, and this is what you're seeing.
Gentlemen,
What the bloody devil happened here?
Gentlemen, I believe we need to confiscate this, as this is a non-military facility. I think you know the law, so we're going to have to take a couple of these guns with us.
I don't see any flaw in that plan.
Pick your poison. What do you think would be the most harmful? And take it on your person. We don't want anyone to be shooting them.
All right. What do you? Let me go through each one. Knife. What do you pick up?
Shotgun.
All right. You pick up the shotgun. It's jammed.
Ah, crap.
I don't know how to work anything bigger than a pistol.
All right. You pull up a pistol. It's empty. This one is empty. There are others.
All right. Well, I suppose I keep
Captain?
checking.
I look for. Are there bodies here, or is it just armory?
It's just armory, casings, splatters of bullets, and bullet holes.
I look for some grenades.
You can look around, and
Blow the damn hall out.
you don't see any type of grenades or anything like that right now.
All right, I'll go towards. You said that there are gun racks.
There are gun racks.
Are
and
there
if
any
you
guns on said gun racks?
Pull it open, and it looks like a lot of them it's empty. It looks like they were pulled out and like probably on the floor in front of you right now.
All right, I'm gonna look for possibly an assault rifle.
You're looking around. You see an assault rifle on the floor, but not in the gun rack.
All right, I'll try that.
All right,
See
you
if it
pick up,
works.
and it looks like it's jammed.
Gotcha.
Now, as an engineer, like as a technician, you know that it's jammed. Bullets that are in it are probably still good. I could probably try to unjam them. Maybe if I break the gun, maybe I'll use it and put it into an empty gun. But for each gun you try to do that, I'll need a pull from the tower.
Do it.
Is there anything I can use in my toolkit to reduce the risk?
Yeah, although it would normally be, I would normally have you do 2 pulls per gun to try and but I'm gonna have you do 1 pull because you have your tools with you and you're able to probably unjam a gun, probably take some of the ammo that's jammed in there and use it into an empty gun probably. If you
Sounds
want.
good. I start with the captain's assault rifle.
All right, go ahead. Make a pull.
But nothing's better than a melon splatterer. Come on.
So as he's like looking down the barrel and he's trying to.
Yeah, exactly. This ain't the computer. Be careful.
Please listen to the man with one eye.
You can. Okay. Wait. Time out, real quick. I forgot to let you guys know this. All right. So there's 2 other things you can do besides pulling. You can abandon them. You can abandon this, right? If you wish to abandon the pull, because this is an optional pull, you can abandon it, right? You can decide, like, you know what, I'm not gonna pull, right? And then, it'll be fine, right? Or if a situation calls for it, and you're looking at a tower and you have to pull something, and again, this is if you have to pull something, you can topple the tower yourself for a heroic sacrifice. Heroic.
Does that
Heroic
reset the tower?
sacrifice. It will reset
Well,
the
he's
tower.
gone. That was
What
fast. We haven't even
What
encountered
an
anyone.
anticlimactic. We haven't seen anything.
All right, so you unjam this assault rifle, and you're able to pull out of this assault rifle 3 rounds, salvageable rounds out of this clip. It looks like it jammed right at the end of this clip, but it's 3 rounds. You could probably clean rounds. You could probably enter into a clean assault rifle that's probably empty somewhere around here.
So when you say, is this like a 3-round burst assault rifle, or like what are we talking?
You can be set between automatic or single shot. It's one of those assault rifles, but it's one of those that like it'll do some damage more than the others.
All right, I'm going to
Here we
use the
go.
old
Try it.
moneymaker. If you 2 want to decide who gets a hold of this weapon, that'd be fantastic.
I want my shotgun.
All right, shotgun. Go ahead. is amazing. It'd be amazing if it did topple as he's trying to.
Boom.
Don't play with guns. Yeah.
A moral to this story from Pop Samurai.
All right. Bravo. All right. You're able to unjam this shotgun. It breaks the gun, but you're able to pull 2 clean shotgun shells out of this pump action shotgun, and you do see an empty one there that you could probably load these 2 shotgun shells into. Okay.
So I pick it up. I mean,
Yeah.
okay.
So you have it, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
alright.
you have an assault rifle with 3 rounds, and then you also have a shotgun with 2 shotgun blasts in it.
And,
All right.
and an empty pistol.
An empty pistol for now.
All right, so I take this opportunity. Sorry, Mr. Calyx, I might get a little bit personal here, and I show Mr. Calyx the right way, and after loading the gun myself, and then hand it to him, show him where the safety is. This is the safety. You feel it? You feel it?
I'm gonna shoot you, you bloody shiny shoot, fucking metal wearing, piss complected bag of shite. I'll show you where the safety is. It's not on me, lad.
All right, well, then you need to pay attention if you're going to shoot me.
All right, and then so as you guys try and salvage what you can out of this hallway, you do see a sign down the hallway a little bit more. It's labeled ops. You see the sign for medical, crew sector, and research.
Mr. Edger, you seem to be a salty sea dog. What do you think went on here?
Looks like a good old-fashioned gunfight. I'd say that these poor suckers were ambushed, but I don't know from what. This is a bloody mess.
Do you think it could be that child with the spatula, sir?
That's a powerful-ass spatula, if you ask me. I've seen some pretty good spatulas.
It was a ladle. A bloody ladle.
Calyx, we can't get our
You
stories
also,
confused here. Thank you.
also, I almost forgot one part. And then I guess I don't know, a small sign. It says bridge. It does say bridge
Bridge.
on the 2nd floor.
Bridge. All right, well, we're making our way to the room that isn't there, so we're going to keep going
The
towards
blank
that
room?
direction.
Yeah.
Now, hang on a moment. Didn't that message say something about the research lab?
Yeah.
It's right here. Shouldn't we check it out?
I suppose the mission does dictate.
Well, the message that we were hearing before, somebody said something about research. We should probably see it. Make sure they're not in there and alive and well. And have a
Yes.
spatula.
Yes, I suppose so. Well, let's make our way to the research lab, boys.
All right, you guys head down the hall a little bit. You see, as you're passing through, you pass medical first on your way to the bridge and research and stuff like that. As you pass medical, you see that the doors to medical, they are these sliding doors. It looks like these doors are closed, but it looks like something burst through the doors, like they forced their way through the doors, and they kind of like are open like this. You know, like it's not supposed to open that way. It's forced open. And for someone who has cybernetic, so you have the gun and you have the what again? I'm sorry.
It's a middle finger.
Okay. Yeah, like you know with your cybernetics and stuff like that, like it would, even if I had like a cybernetic fucking whole arm, it would take me a little bit to fucking burst through this fucking door like this. So you're seeing, that's what you see at the moment. So you're gonna go past medical and you're gonna keep going to research.
Monterey Jack. They just don't make doors like they used to.
Jesus,
All these cheese puns. Who doesn't like cheese? So what's happening?
Well, I'm going to move towards the research facility. I don't know what my crew might do in reaction to the door.
I'm going to just point my gun at it and walk on by, and we're going to go to the research facility. What about you?
Yep, I'm with him.
Okay. As you pass by the medical, I mean again, creepy, eerie. Let me creepy, eerie. Let me put them. As you guys pass by medical and these doors, and again, a lot of this dust particulate that's kicking around, and still very hard to see as you're trying to travel through. And you pass medical, you're on to the research section. There's a door that says research on it. There's a single sliding door, right? And it's slightly open. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna hold up the motion sensor.
You hold up the motion sensor. You're looking at it. It's beeping. It doesn't seem to be giving you anything at the moment. Looks to be pretty calm.
Hello, is anyone in there? This is Captain Richard LaCour. We're here to rescue you.
Silence is what you're hearing.
All right, let's go to the research facility that might have someone in it.
Right. So you opening this door. You're opening this research facility. It's a small room. It looks like it's probably like a little lab. And as you open this door, it's dark but emergency lights. So you enter in. Looks like there was a scuffle. There's a lot of shit that's been overturned, probably because of the gravity too. A lot of shit just fell out of nowhere. You see a case that looks like it's like a glass or like glass containment case, right? And looks like it's broken, right? And you see what looks like these kind of rocky type of like pieces in there. Is anybody gonna? What are you guys doing?
Is that cheese? My God. Just kidding.
What are you doing?
No. I think we should look, but do not touch.
You said that there's a scuffle and things are overturned. What
There's
direction
a lot
are?
of stuff overturned, but probably because either the gravity turned back on and like a lot of stuff dropped as well. But it does look like that there was like shit's broken in here. A lot of the casing is broken. Like
Captain, let me examine this this containment field. Maybe there's a computer that can shed some light on what they were storing here.
All right, I'm just gonna look and see what they have as far as chemicals. We're gonna see what this place was used for.
all right, so you're doing that. You're looking at there is like another computer in this research computer here. It's off. So if you're gonna try and glean some information out of this.
I think I'll do that if you're investigating.
All right. I will need a pull from the tower to glean the information you need out of this computer because it's a separate computer. Good stuff. And now you're looking around, right, to see what they got, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're doing that, and as he's like playing with the computer, you're looking around, and you look at these chemicals, and a lot of the bottles are broken, but like a lot of this stuff is like not stuff you can just buy at like a local like spaceports like chemical shop or something like that. This is some high grade shit, right? It's
All right.
broken. There's like nothing you can do with it now, but this is like if you weren't like from the stuff you've seen already with the weapons hidden in the empty wall that's supposed to be a room. If you weren't already like putting it together in your mind, but like now as you're looking at this, it's like I could almost swear this is supposed to be a military ship, but it's like doesn't make any sense for why a transport, so colonist transport ship would have this shit on here, you know?
Boys, what do you think? What do you think a non-military vessel is doing with what appears to be a tremendous amount of firearms?
I'm working that out right now. I
And-
think I've just about got this system uploaded.
And as you pull it up, you do see some research notes. Again, it's corrupted. A lot of files are corrupted. But you do see some recent notes. You're trying to like read through some of the screen's kind of cracked a little bit. so you're
How
trying to-
recent? When's the last note?
Probably about 3 weeks ago. as
Okay.
you're looking at it, and you're looking at roughly as you're looking at it, the notes and the screen's kind of cracked. Everything's kind of a little corrupted. You're picking out some phrases here and there. You're looking at looks like someone was typing in a journal here or something like that, and you're reading through it and you're seeing, we stopped off on an uncharted planet, right? Found some samples of some geodes. Collected some samples, and things like that. As you move on, geodes, when cased and housed in the case, broke. Unsure if anything had released out, and then you're also start seeing some notes of there seems to be some problems in medical. There seems to be an infection. There seems to be, and then like it kind of cuts off.
Boys, I think we need to keep our suits on.
Captain, it's not good. Things haven't been up and right here in about 3 weeks. They were doing geology and they got in deep. There's something here that none of us understand. And now, I mean, you saw what was in the hallway. If they couldn't do that with all that ordnance, what are we gonna do with 5 bullets? I say we grab what we can with our 2 arms and we get the hell out of here.
You've been promoting that from the beginning. It's only gonna get worse.
And the only reason you're following us is because it's safer than going off solo. Well, let's see here. If there are any people left on board, the ones giving out that signal, you think they'd try to make their way to a food supply if it's been more than a fortnight? I believe that there was, on the 3rd floor, the hydroponic gardens.
Yeah, there's hydroponic, there's R&R. I'd be in the R&R.
Well, if we think there's someone alive, we know where they'll be. They said they'd be in supplies. They're trapped in a closet, for Pete's sake.
All right, where was supplies? Because I'd have...
I believe there was a supply
There's cargo.
closet near in the first corridor that we entered. There was another door.
There was a cargo area, but
Oh,
then
it's cargo.
like supply closet, like that could. As you guys are standing there, and as you guys are looking around, you start hearing this shattering, and it's almost like teeth shattering. And then at that moment, Captain, I need you to make a pull from the tower as you are jumped by something that jumps onto you and it starts trying to rip open your suit. It looks from the two of you like some sort of humanoid, but it doesn't look human.
My God, it's a child.
It looks like it's skinless. It looks like it's muscle. It looks like it's bone, and it starts tearing at the captain as it's like trying to grab at him. You're resisting, and then you're pushing it off. And this thing, as you can see, as you're pushing it off now, you're seeing it's like and it looks like it's a human that is missing its skin and its teeth, and it's trying to tear into you. What are you guys doing?
Should I take a shot at it?
Are you asking me? Because I'm being overrun.
Bloody hell.
What do you think?
Can you take a...
Hold on,
let's
let's
try to
sit
rip
down and
this
have
thing
some
off.
wine and
Hold on.
just...
Let's
Stop
rip
for a
this
second.
thing off
How
of
do you
him.
feel about this?
yeah, exactly.
Why don't you ask it its name?
I grip one of my wrenches and I start trying to bash it.
All right, you start bashing at it and everything like that, trying to get it off of him and everything like that. I will need you to pull from the tower to try and see if you can bash.
Wait
it
a
off
second,
of the
he
captain.
just pulled from the
He's
tower.
pushing
Isn't he
off.
safe?
I need you to see
I just
whether-
gave you a gun!
Yeah, but that thing... Yeah, I know.
I need you to see whether or not you're strong enough to bash
Fight
this
it off,
thing
yeah.
off of him.
All right.
All right.
Why do you have guns?
I was pointing at it. Nobody said shoot.
It really is a child, isn't it?
Yeah. I saw the look in its eye. It reminded of me.
Oh, is that it? Because all I see is in front of my visor.
All right, you bash this thing off of him as it looks like it was trying to tear him open and like pull him towards a vent that was there, and like you bash the shit out of this guy's head, and it goes rolling off, and it begins to try and pick itself up. What are you guys doing?
Is it moving?
Get the hell out of here!
It's moving, and it looks like it's trying to come after you guys as you guys bash it up, and it's like getting back up, and it looks like it's
We're still
about to lunge again.
We're still in the research
You guys
facility.
are in the research room,
Right.
yes.
I grab a bottle of ethanol, and there happens to be a Bunsen burner starter in there, so I pour it all over this thing.
You better give him some bonus points for ingenuity.
Jesus. And you're gonna burn in space in a spaceship.
Still low oxygen in here, all right?
Uh,
And we got our suits on.
Why do we even have guns? Can I ask
I
that
say we
question?
run.
Save the ammo.
Are you guys? So are you guys? Okay. So are
What do
you
you
guys
think?
running? Are you guys doing
I
this?
don't
What
want
are
to
you guys
be
doing?
near this thing anymore.
All right.
The only reason I'm hesitating is I'm thinking of the right cheese to yell in this moment.
It's about the lunch. So
Let's
okay.
make like an aged cheddar and get the fuck out of here.
I could have been a smoked Gouda. All right.
Are we gonna go with Joel's plan? Otherwise, we're gonna go with Joel's plan. If no one has a
No,
better one.
my plan. Run.
You yellow bellies, and I point my hand cannon directly at the thing and take a pot shot.
You take a pot shot at it. You empty one of your I don't know.
One of my
Charges.
three. I believe you said
like,
three.
What, like a plasma round, I guess. Whatever. It shoots right out, and like it seems like it hits right into it, and like where were you aiming?
The BFG.
I was aiming for its chattering teeth.
You're aiming for his chattering teeth as you fire off a shot from your cannon, and it hits into the head. It falls to the ground, and like it's unmoving as like it shot like a hole into the back of its head, and it sits there, and this is what you're seeing at the moment as this thing tried to attack the captain, and there's a little bit of damage to your suit, small damage, but not you were able to push it off enough where it wasn't able to tear into your bulky suit, and then at that moment, like the body begins to like twitch a little bit, and it starts moving a little bit, and what you didn't notice before is that something detaches from it, and it detaches from like the back of its neck, and it looks like some sort of like fucking weird like muscle like slug or something like that with like
Slither.
these fucking fangs that come out of it. It's like a three-prong fang out of it, and like
Calix, I need you to make it Swiss.
and it like it pulls itself off of it, and like it has like as the slug like, and you see it down its body a little bit more, it releases, and it looks like it's like a slug that is attached to like almost like a spider body, as like it comes off of this thing, and you see it detach from the body, and it runs off into the vent.
Oh.
Got away. What the blue blazes was that?
All right, new plan.
Groundskeeper Willie over.
We're gonna go into that door, that cargo bay, grab what we can, and leave.
Finally, you're making some sense.
You guys hear that?
Did you see that?
Did you just hear what happened? Johnny.
You know what? You know what? After this episode, give me the guns. Just give me the guns.
As we
Guys.
both point them at him.
Just give me the gun.
We're at a standoff.
You guys,
You want to leave? You want to live?
you guys start getting a transmission coming into your comms, and this emergency like computerized like message, and it starts playing, and you start hearing decoupling process active, decoupling, and that's what you hear playing in your voice right now.
Get back to our ship now. I know what that is. That's our ship leaving.
It's the airlock.
And as you run out of the room and into the hallway, there is like an observation like port like window here, and you see the ship, the SS Spinelli. You see it begin to drift away.
Ashley?
Ah!
You
No!
see it begin to drift away from the Arbuck, and you see all of a sudden the engines turn on,
Mozzarella. We gotta get out of here, boys.
and you see it start to turn on and slowly start to move away.
I don't know what to do.
We-
I told you, asshole.
You told us! You bloody told us, you map
I
jockey!
told you to run back to the
You
damn ship when it hurt.
overgrown compass!
Nobody listened to me.
I'll
Aaron.
throttle you! I'll turn you inside out! What are we gonna do now with those ship?
Which
Smack
out
him
of the
with a
three of
spatula.
you, which one of you is probably the most attached to that ship?
The captain.
Definitely. Oh.
Captain's
Maybe
got
him.
his
Is
velvet
it the
room.
captain or is it the engineer who works on it?
That was mahogany.
She was my baby!
Whoever you think is the most attached to it, I need a pull from the tower to make sure you don't have like a fucking meltdown right now in the middle of this tense situation.
Groundskeeper Willie, get out
I'm
there.
already halfway there.
Yeah,
Oh man, that tower looks
You
fucking
bastards.
unstable.
Take from the tap.
We had one bloody job.
Please take somewhere.
I will take from somewhere. Good choice.
Please take somewhere safe.
If this is how he dies, do it. Do a sacrifice. The ship.
Dives through
He's
the
having,
window.
he's so tense right now.
Dives
What
right through the window.
heroic value
You,
Yeah.
do
you,
that have to just?
you're fucking like losing it, Billy. You're fucking pounding on the window, and it's like it's your fucking baby. You put all your fucking sweat and tears and blood into that fucking engine and that warp drive, and there it goes, slowly drifting off.
William.
She was
We'll
the
come
only,
back.
She was the only Nesquik drive I ever loved.
We're gonna get out of here, and we'll come back,
Forgot about that.
and we'll get Spinelli back. We know this location.
I've been telling you this whole time if you'd listened to me from the get-go. But no, I'm just the engineer.
Well, boys, this is a change of plans. We're gonna have to assess the situation. It's gonna be how many days would I know before they realize that we're no longer on the ship and we're not doing a routine check back with our mission?
Well, with a large categorized colony transport ship, it took 2 weeks to send someone out. And that's because, as you know, you put a bid in for this. So technically, there was some people who were bidding on this to try and like come out to this contract, but it was all kind of a bidding war to get the contract to come
So
out
it is
here.
sought after. So they will send someone.
But
as soon
as you
possible.
did
We-
get the contract, the others know not
We
to
were
come out.
we were the ones that were supposed to do this. There's no backup. It's just us. So I say now the next move is to get this thing space-worthy.
At that moment, you begin to hear that gargle transmission, and it comes in a little bit clearer now, and it,
'Cause
comes
they're on our
it comes
ship.
in a little bit, and it's like, hello, is anybody out there? Hello,
Hello, this is Captain Richard LaCour.
hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, my name is King. My name is Private King.
All right, Private King. We're currently in the research facility. Can you tell us your location?
I'm in the observation. I'm hiding in a supplies closet in the observation deck on the third deck.
All right, we're coming to you. Is there anything we should know about what is on this ship right now?
They came on. They infected the crew. There's so many of them. They're everywhere.
How are they infecting the crew?
I don't know.
Private King, how many are infected?
It
How many
could-
were on this ship?
It could be there. We were transporting like there were 100 people on this ship.
Holy.
It could be all of them. I don't know. I haven't seen or heard any from anybody in a long time.
All right, King. Can you stay on this line?
I'm trying, but my battery is dying. I haven't been able to get a good signal up until right now.
All right, we're going to have you save your battery power. We're going to get on the deck. I'm going to try to make contact again. You reply if you're able to.
Thank you.
All right, keep this line clean. We want to save that battery power. All right, boys, let's go save Mr. King.
And with that, I'm going to say that we're going to take a break real quick as we end part 1 of 2. As we take a quick break to exit fluids and enter fluids, and we'll come right back, guys. So do hold on for a couple minutes. We're going to be right back on with the second part of this, and we do hope that you're enjoying this.
Don't go nowhere.
Do stick around.
Somebody gave a yo.
Welcome back,
Yo.
everybody. If you're just joining us, we are playing Dread, the tabletop RPG. To catch you up, we're continuing with the second part of this as we have just come back on. Our crew here of Captain Richard Licour and Billy the Tech and Knife Edger, the navigator / pilot of the
I love that name.
of the SS Spinelli. They boarded the USS Arbuck, a derelict dead ship. They were sent here to find out what happened to them, why they went missing a couple weeks ago, and as they arrived, they found just life systems on critical and everything like that. And when they boarded, tried to get everything back online. As they tried to trek through the ship, they encountered some sort of creature and skinless humanoid creature as well, and it was attached to some sort of spider slug type creature that detached from it and ran off into the ventilation system. And they finally got through a gargled communicator person, a private king, to get to the third level, the observation deck, where he's been hiding out in the supplies closet. And our crew here has just recently lost their ship, the SS Spinelli, as it decoupled and floated away into space.
All right, already. Well, I'll float
So-
on.
We join back into the scene here as you guys are all standing there, getting ready to head to the third floor to the observation deck. You guys are looking out at the observation window, and you just see the SS Spinelli off in the distance and becoming a speck in the distance as it keeps going.
All right, lass.
All right,
Take it good, yeah.
we need to reassess the situation. Apparently, there's a lot of people that were infested. We don't know how many are left. We know that there is at least one creature roaming around. But we have to be careful because there might be more than one, and we definitely have not put a dent in that first one. So what do we do? Do we want to secure a better location first, or I think we should go straight and get Private King?
We gotta go get that guy. He's struggling.
What good is some lad gonna do? You saw the crew back there.
We're stuck on this damn ship. We need to find out what's going on.
All right, all right.
Wait, wait.
It's coming in. This is Private King.
Private King, you're supposed to keep this line clear.
Clear. it's clear. Just letting you guys know. Just be wary of debris and blockage along the way.
Roger that. Keep this line clear. You want that battery power, okay, son?
Roger.
This is why I take fiber every day.
So
All right, with that, I click off.
Take fiber, do you? So you can give me more shite like this.
Speaking of giving shite, give me that assault rifle.
Take it. I was never any good at shooting. I tried to tell you earlier.
Look at this. The safety's still on. I showed you how to do that.
What a great captain.
Oh, yeah, our fearless leader. Laid us right into the belly of the beast, you did.
Well, damn it. Shh. I'm going to lead us out.
I like how you cocked an assault rifle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was my hand cannon because
Oh,
I'm reloading.
I'm sorry.
For those of you back at home, I have a Mega Man-style hand cannon that
Oh,
also
Christ.
functions as a righty.
Just
Rockman.
get it over with, Lefty. Let's get on.
Lefty.
All right,
right.
so we're going to make our way towards, it appears, wherever that new stairwell is towards the third floor.
All right. As you continue on, you pass navigation's room. You get past the bridge, and you do see a stairway leading up to deck 3, if you wish to go.
As we're walking, I'm starting to fall behind as I look more and more sullen over the loss of my ship.
Okay. All right.
So I am now in the rear as opposed to in the middle.
Okay. In the rear. Billy's in the rear, and Captain leading the way.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'll take his. I have the assault rifle around me with the harness, but I do have the light as well, and I'm moving forward while he has his shotgun and the first aid kit.
All right. You guys are moving forward, and you guys begin to climb the stairs. Right? and you guys head towards the third floor, and it comes out to a area here. You see another hallway, and there seems to be like a lot of like debris, or like it looks like that they might have set up, like some people were holding off like something here. You know, you see like maybe large like crates or something like that. So it looks like stuff was like placed here to like as a perimeter or something like that, and a barricade, if you will, you know, along this hallway to try and like hold something off, you know.
All right, I take out my motion sensor and I point it towards the blockade.
As you point it towards the blockade, your scanner, and you're trying to pick up any senses of anything, you're getting some slight movement, but nothing is coming in like in near vicinity.
All right, boys. I don't know how much this motion sensor is going to be any good to us. We tried to use it in the research facility, and apparently they lied dormant and waited, so I don't know if they wait to see movement activity before they strike.
Hold on to it a wee bit longer. We might be able to use it to find the Lord King.
Now, this is a barricade. Is there any way to see inside the facility, like a monetary system that's on the outside of the door?
Like a what? I'm sorry.
Like a monitor system? Like before you could go in, you could see a camera that shows you what's in the room?
No.
It's an invasion of privacy.
No, they don't have that.
Well, it's just a... that's blockading. Do we know what room based on the blueprint that we saw?
You probably do. You have to travel through some of this barricade and see. It looks like it's towards the end of the hallway. And if you guys continue forward, trying to get through some of this debris and stuff like that, go around it, like see if you can get through.
All right, Private King warned us about debris. What do you think he meant by that?
I think he meant shit floating around in the ship.
But he said to beware of debris. He must know that the gravitation system is back online.
Objects may have shifted while in flight.
All I know is, I guess you can't pick a corner when there's no gravity for a fortnight.
Yep, you got it.
All right, boys, follow my lead. With the motion sensor out in front of me, I have my hand cannon ready, and I move forward into the debris area. Very careful not to touch it, much like the Jenga.
All right. As you're going through and you're proceeding through, there is a spark, and you see some of the lights, and like there's some movement in the metal, and at that point there seems to be like a rolling blackout, and the power goes off, and you feel like as you probably predicted, as when you turned it on, like this is probably going to be an unstable thing. It may come and go. So at this moment, looks like the power, the lighting in this hallway has gone off, and you start feeling, the gravity generator has turned off, and you start feeling it a little bit. Luckily, with your mag boots, you're able to still traverse through this. But then, like, some items begin to start floating.
Mr. William Calix, I thought you had this handled.
I did the best I could. I don't know what you expect from me. We weren't supposed to be here more than a wee minute.
As you begin to traverse through this hallway and going through, and the flashlights and a lot of your headlamps are the only thing that are really illuminating this area, you come to a barricade. And it looks like it's a full barricade blocking off the middle of this hallway. And it looks like it's bisecting this hallway in half, right? And on this side of this area, you have the doors that like lead to. Let me pull it open. Just make sure I don't like misspeak on this. There are some doors that are blocked off with some of the things as well. And in here you have, let me see, deck 3. You have the R&R section on this side, and then you have a sealed off and looks like welded shut engineering door.
So that's the big room.
Yes.
Okay. I want to check the R&R. I like hot tub.
Engineering sealed off. I can get through that in a minute.
Hold on. we may have to be smarter about this. If engineering was blocked off on this level, and the first level, what if it was also blocked off in the second level? What if the majority of the creatures are in the engineering bay?
They can get through the ducts, though. We saw them get through the ducts. Damn it. I think. Can we do anything about this blockade? You guys want to try to clear some of it out and go through it, or do you think that maybe in the R&R we can push through another doorway somewhere else?
So, what I can tell you right now is that with the blockade here, it would take some time, but you could probably get through it eventually with clearing it out, especially with the gravity going off. It's just, it would probably take you maybe an hour or something like that to get through it if you needed to hold off here for a little bit and pull this blockade out of your way. Or, if one of you would like to make 2 pulls from the tower, I could give you an alternate route.
Does the blockade, what does it cover again? It covers engineering?
Engineering, R&R seems to be free on one side.
Where you guys are. And on the other side, you can probably guess that it's probably going to be the hydroponic garden door,
gardens.
and then probably the
Observation.
Well, you pull up the map, right?
Right.
So you know exactly the order of the doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this is what you're looking at. You're looking at the door to the engineering would come up first,
Okay.
right? Then you would get the door to the R&R. Then you would have the door on the other side of this blockade. You would have the observation deck, and then the hydroponic gardens.
All right. So I'll do 2 pulls, because I think if we can get behind that wall, then we might need it.
Hold on. If things go off and we run into one of these creatures, what's our plan?
I got a shotgun.
So did they, if you remember.
I'm flexible enough to bend over and kiss my own arse goodbye.
Thank you, Calix. Your humor is well needed in these tight situations.
Now I can tell you
No,
this.
it's real. I'm pretty good at yoga.
I could probably tell you this too. You have with you your the engineering, Billy. You have the kit with you, right? You have your engineering kit plus your welding torch.
Right.
Right. You remember from looking at the actual map that the rooms to R&R and the room to the observation right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's only separated
One
by a
other
wall.
option, we might be able to go through R&R.
That's what I've been saying. Nobody listens to me.
It's just a short jaunt through the wall to get to observation.
So with that, I will, since I gave you one of those ways, I will reduce the plan. I will give you a pull from the tower to get the other option of getting around this, if you want it. It's up to you.
I say we go in R&R.
Is that how you feel, Calix?
What does it matter what I feel? You haven't been listening to me this whole jaunt.
Calix, I'm listening to you now.
Just do what you feel,
The hand-
Captain.
the
we
hand-
know you're
the hand
gonna
on the-
anyway.
The hand on the helmet.
Yeah.
I'm listening to you now.
Damn it.
All right. So,
Calix, I
is
do
the-
this for you.
is
I'm
the-
going to take the pull.
Are you taking the pull? Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Interesting.
The captain doesn't shove Knife Edger into the harm's way.
Oh boy. Now remember, this is an optional pull, so
Bottom left.
if you want to abandon it, you have the option to abandon
Wait,
this
that
pull.
thing's leaving its stable. I'd go higher.
Yeah,
if-
you
go
can
higher.
you can pull from
Yeah,
the top
that
too.
one.
You can pull from the top if you want, but it's
Alright.
up to you.
We'll leave the safer pulls when we need them.
All right. Well, here's your option, guys. Looking at what you remember, Billy, from the map, right? And you're looking at it, you could probably safely navigate the vents to the other side of this barricade if you were to enter the ventilation.
Didn't we already get through the barricade though? Isn't that what that was?
No, well, no. So did you pull to know the other way, or did you pull to try and get through the barricade?
He
Well,
pulled to get through
it's
the barricade.
2 to get through the barricade, if I remember.
No,
So
I thought we went in R&R.
Yeah, we went towards
I,
R9.
I
And then
thought
you're
you
cutting
said.
the
I reduced it. So there was 2 pulls to find an alternate route.
Yes.
And if you're gonna stay here, it literally wouldn't take you anything. You literally just have to buy time to like pull apart this barricade. So there's no pull for opening
Jelani,
a
Private
barricade.
King needs us.
But
Leave
it
that
would take you an
barricade
hour,
out.
and like that would like instigate whatever I'm gonna like happen.
So no, I guess we went through R&R and found the different way, and
Yes.
I started
Okay.
Cut the wall.
cutting through
Okay.
the wall.
So,
Well, but first we should look through R&R.
okay. So
Yes.
if you enter into R&R, right now, I will
R.
give you this, right?
No.
The welding torch you've used to cut through a door already, right? And in order, like, looking at this, you have only a certain amount of juice left in this torch that you're probably only going to be able to cut a hole at a certain size, and it's going to be very hard to get through it wearing these bulky suits if you cut it at a certain size. You can't just like cut like a huge like door because like you're gonna run out of juice and like you won't even have a door that get through. So if you play it safe, you're gonna need to cut an actual hole that you guys can crawl through. But these bulky suits, and they are bulky and heavy, you probably won't be able to get through in the suits.
I say we double back. We can't be just ditching our suits. Not in this radiation.
We only need to ditch him to get the door open. I can go in and open the door from the other side if I believe.
No, because the blockade's still there.
We're going through the
Blockade.
blockade.
No.
I thought you
In
were,
R&R.
so okay, so
We're
time
going
out.
through R&R.
Can
Time
we
out.
can we store up the pull we
The
just
blockade is
did
engineering.
and go back to the blockade?
So are you okay? So there's
What did I pull?
so okay. Time out.
My
Time out.
finger.
Let's reset.
I get something, damn
Let's
it.
reset so I can tell you exactly what you did. Right. The pull was to find out an alternate route. The other route that you guys knew about was that you knew that the rooms were right next to each other, so you could probably cut a hole through the wall, right, to get through, right? And so that's an option that you knew, right? And so with you knowing that, right, I gave you the option to pull from the tower to find another alternate route besides wasting time staying in one spot for an hour, getting rid of this barricade, right? Because something may happen within the time of an hour.
So
you know?
we did that. So what's our extra?
So the extra one was the ventilation.
Oh.
So
So
the three
we have
options.
we have
Big
one
ass
more
vent
option.
Can
So,
fit our guys.
so the three
suits.
so the 3 options that you guys have: cut a hole in the wall to get to the observation, waste an hour and pull apart this barricade piece by piece, or go through the ventilation shaft.
Look,
What would you like to
There's
do?
no safe way.
No.
Put it that way.
I think we should go through the vents.
This is just to get a hold of Private, right?
And hydroponics.
Yeah,
and that
because
whole
you know
thing.
on the other side of this barricade, that's where the observation is, and that's where Private King told you he was. Now, looking at the maps that he did, Billy said that he could probably safely navigate you around the barricade to the other side of the vents. It would just take you going into the vents.
I'd prefer if you referred to me as Chief Calyx, by the
Chief
way.
Calyx, I'm sorry, Chief Calyx.
Thank you.
cheese cow.
Chief Calyx has told you he could probably safely navigate you guys through
So I did a pull
to
to find out that I
Did you-
shouldn't do the thing that I pulled for.
if you guys
Is
aren't
that,
gonna
is
take-
that what you're telling
if
me?
you guys aren't going to take the vents, what would you like to do? So you can cut a hole.
I feel like a
the
mulligan here,
vents.
Jaboy.
I
It's
No.
tense. This is a tense situation. You
I,
guys
I
don't know what
walk
to
off
do.
to the side as they're deciding what to do, and I take a
into a ball.
big hit of Karis. Like a huge pull off my stash.
Okay,
of stem.
just remind me what it does again. I'm sorry.
It allows me to have a bunch of like energy and awareness, but it
It's
also
fuck-
gives
it's-
me
it's-
hyper hard nipples.
it's space coke.
It's
Okay.
that's correct.
All right, so you take a hard hit.
Also, they don't know that I have that
So
habit.
here's the question:
Oh, God.
How do you take it?
That's
I,
right.
I actually I have a like a
Injectable.
not an injector, but what is it?
It's a capsule that you could go
It's
in.
like it's like a medical capsule that you kind of spin in, and it hits my ventilation.
Okay. All right. So you attach it on.
Okay. And now I'm tweaking.
All right,
Well,
guys.
but do you
I think
see
we should
things
leave this
clearer?
barricade up.
Now I'm much less
Stressed
angry. Yeah.
And but can you see more clearly what's our best option?
Give a fuck what we do. I can take on the fucking world.
All right.
He's like pumping.
Mr.
now. He's
Edge,
like,
let's
"Let's
go
take
through
on
the
the
Let's go
world."
through those vents.
Mr. Edgers,
I'm
what
breathing
if
very
only one of us
clearly
goes
now.
into those vents?
Well, then one of us goes into the vents.
We go into the vents.
He's got a point.
The other two stay on comlink. I'll have the comlink.
All right. Well, if
And
you're-
you tell me with the motion sensor if anything's coming my way, because I don't think I can fit that in there.
I see. That's the slickest horse shit I've ever heard.
Now, I have a hand cannon.
I've
I don't know if you guys know this. I
I've
did
seen
shoot it
some
earlier.
Slick horse shite myself.
So
All
I
right.
believe I can fit my
Well, that
hand
tastes
cannon
like-
while crawling into
So,
the
all right,
vents.
I'm going into the vents.
You're going into
I'm
the
going
vents.
in the vents. I'm sick of this shit. You guys
You
are
and what
dilly-dallying
army?
all- me and my shotgun.
Oh my god.
You're
there's
gonna take
so
a
much
shotgun in the
contention.
vents.
Yes.
All right.
Well, darn it. It was a faux move. I wanted you to go in those vents. Thank you, Idger.
Yeah, no.
So
no.
okay. So you're sending one guy into the vent,
Yeah, me.
and so the rest of you are staying behind.
We're gonna watch.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. Okay. All right.
He appears to be jacking off his left arm in his spacesuit.
Knife. So you're gonna go into the vent.
Yeah. Oh,
What
yeah.
do you? Okay, so I will let you know this. It's a tight fit, right? It's a vent. You're gonna have to take off the suit. To
Oh,
get in
screw
through
that. Wait, that's what I said to you guys. I was like, it's a vent. How come we can fit our suits through this, but not the hole in the wall?
Like,
no,
you
no,
guys
no,
have,
no.
like-
That's why I was gonna get out of the suit
All right.
with
Well,
the
then,
hand cannon.
Then I'll go. I'll go, but I get to keep the shotgun.
How are you?
I already got enough radiation.
If you can't fit in with a suit, how are you gonna move with a shotgun?
It's a short.
These are the
it's
questions.
It's gonna be a It's gonna be a tight crawling fit, right?
You're gonna
And,
give him
like,
that shotgun?
You're gonna be able to only.
I mean, we'll
hold,
take it.
You're gonna be able to only hold if you're gonna take the shotgun. That's all you're taking with you.
I believe it's gonna be very dark up there. You might want a flashlight,
How about the motion tracker instead? I can feel my way through it.
Oh god, this is so.
or
alien.
you could just stay on the comms and we can do the motion tracker with you, so you can take something else.
Fine. I'll take the shotgun. You do the motion tracker, and I'll feel my way through. I'm already blind as a bat anyway with one eye.
Why are we sending you? But okay, Edgers, you got gruff,
All right.
and also it's your neck on the line.
Yeah.
All right, so you're sending one guy to the vent. Okay. All
You
right.
volunteered. This
But
is
you're-
not on
this
me.
is the plan, right? This is the
Yeah.
plan.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are agreeing on
I'm
this.
going in.
Okay. All right. All right, knife. You will need to remove your spacesuit, right? So you take it off, and you're down to you're down to just the
Dear God, he's got an eye patch on a nipple.
yeah. You guys, Jesus.
Or
All
is-
right.
Wait, he's got an eye patch on both nipples.
It's a fashion statement.
All right.
Oh, it's a bro.
Knife. What are you taking into the vent with you?
The
It's
shotgun.
It's a dark vent.
Jesus.
The
Turns out
shotgun.
two eye patches
and
on
they've got
nipples
the
is a
motion
bra.
detector, and they're pointing the flashlight down the vent until it changes direction or whatever.
Okay. All right. So you only have like a very like limited window of light from where they point you.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. This is what's happening. You begin to what did it say?
Ow! Ow! I'm taking it off.
Don't
As
check
you
it
take
down.
it off, and as you begin to
Pro
take the shotgun, and you start crawling through the vent. Right. They're shining the heavy high beam behind you, and you eventually come to a T section.
Mhm.
Right. Billy. I'm sorry.
Chief Calyx.
Chief Calyx. I'm sorry. Chief Calyx.
Thank you.
Chief Calyx. You direct him. He needs to head to his left, and after that, you guys don't see Knife anymore. And Knife, you guys are helping him with the motion sensor, right? Is that what you guys are doing? All right. So with the motion sensor, you're scanning through, and you begin to move through the vent. It's dark. The only light that you really see is the light from behind, and it's giving you a faint glow through the vents, and you're kind of feeling your way through a little bit. It's pitch black. You don't have a flashlight with you.
Yeah.
You begin to crawl through, and as you begin to crawl through, Chief Calyx can tell you that you're probably going to need to continue through for a little bit more until you come to another T section, and you're gonna make another left from there, and you're gonna try and get out onto the other side of the hallway. But as you begin to get closer to that T section, you begin to hear movement, and the scanner starts moving as you guys are seeing something move towards Knife from the right side of that T section.
What did you say? Holy shit, what did you just say you heard?
Mr. Edgers, you appear to have an unidentified object approaching you from behind.
Won't be the first UFO I've ever seen.
Just stay calm, lad. We're gonna get you through this, but I need you to move. All right? You're coming up to a 3-way intersection. I need you to take a left, and that should spit you out on the other side of the hall.
All right, I'm at the T.
All right, go left, but
And
hurry.
At this moment, you're hearing like what sounds like fingers on like metal and like movement through the vent, and that's just like that. And at this moment, you start seeing, and the motion sensor is going crazy as like there's something coming up from the side of him where he needs, not the way he needs to turn, and something starts moving from behind him.
yeah.
And you guys looking down the vent, you see something past the light at a pretty fast speed.
Where are you going, you son of a bitch? And I start slamming against the vent, trying to make some noise to attract it.
All right.
Edger, get a move on. Double time it.
I'm running on my knees.
With the shotgun that you have, you have 2 shells in the shotgun.
Yeah.
I will give you this, right? You have the option of expelling both shots to kill this creature right now, or you're gonna need to make a pull from the tower to try and see if you can escape.
All right.
That's your option right now.
Edger, if you can save those shots, you might need them on the other side.
I know. I'm gonna try to give a pull here.
What the hell is a pull?
At the same time, as you were making noise to try and draw it down your way, you see it come back to the light, and it looks like this creature that looks like it's made of muscle and like bone and has like these like spiny like legs begin to like rapidly come down the vent at you.
Oh,
What are you doing?
It worked.
Pull?
I believe I made a snafu.
You begin to run, right?
On my knees.
Right? And you're moving fast, and you feel it grip onto your boots, and like it's strong for something that is maybe the size of like maybe like a frisbee or something like that, or like a plate, and like it's pulling you. It's like it's all muscle or something like that, and it begins to pull really hard. But you're able to like kick it off and like pull through the vent and fall
Roll
out.
out the other side.
Yeah, roll out the other side. Now, but we'll get back to you in a second. What are you doing, Captain? As this thing is like coming down this vent at you. You see it.
How big of a vent is it?
Again, it's just enough for you guys to like crawl through. So it's like,
So like 2 feet by 2 feet.
yeah,
kind of
probably
thing?
like a 2 feet by 2 feet.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Dodge this asshole.
Either that or you could jam it closed with something in the room.
What are you doing?
I have some time to. We've been in this room for a little bit. Would I know if there's anything that can seal this shut?
You could probably move like one of the big things out in the way, but like it's coming at you now. So like in order to like pull something out in front of it, you got to pull from the tower or expel a shot to kill it.
Shoot that thing already.
It's coming. It's moving. It's coming down this vent. What are you doing?
I take the shot
You take the shot with the assault rifle.
with the assault rifle.
You take a shot with the assault rifle and you expel a round. It's a very easy shot because it's like it's shooting an alien in a barrel.
Shooting
this is a
childs
straight
and
shot
vents.
down the vent. You take this thing out and then it explodes in like to a mess of goop there. And like this is what you see right there. You expelled one round out of this assault rifle.
You wonder why I gave that thing back to you.
I think we may have made a lot of noise here, Calyx. Buckle up.
Well, Knife. You tumble out of the vent, and you look around. It's very dark. Things are floating now, and
I'm in the observation room, all right?
you're
Observation.
outside of it. right?
Outside.
just
so I'm in
out-
the
you're-
hallway.
You're in the hallway. You're on the
Okay.
other side of the barricade,
Barricade,
now.
okay, yeah,
You
yeah.
fell out of this other side of this barricade, and you're looking around, and like it's dark. The dust is kicking up. You look down the hallway a little bit. You see a humanoid figure. It's kind of dark. You can't see. You don't have lights anymore, but it's just standing there. You don't know what's going on. What are you doing at this moment? And remember, you just popped out of this vent. Something was trying to grab you out of this vent. So what are you doing? The door for the observation
Oh, I see.
is
All right.
there.
Remember, you
and
still have your
it's closed.
communication on you too.
If I make a run for the observation room, is the door? Is it unlocked? Can I go in?
I mean, you'd have to get there to find out.
All right.
Make sure that it's not King that is in front of you.
That's not King. There's no King in the hallway.
Well, you're not talking to anyone right now, so.
I know. Myself. I point my gun at it and ask it what it is. What are ya?
As you yell out, it begins to move, and it sees you, and then like it hears where your voice had come from, and it begins to run wildly down the hall towards you. It does very dark, but it doesn't seem like it's friendly, and it's coming at you now.
I'm gonna take a shot at its shins
At its shins,
with one shot.
with one shot, you expel a shot and try to hit it like in the lower half of it. You do clip it; it does fall, but then it begins to like with strength begins to like crawl very fast at you, pulling with its arms.
Now I
And
make
you
a make a dart for the observation room.
All right, if you're gonna make a dart for the observation room, you're gonna get to the door,
Mhm.
right? All right, so you start darting to the observation room, and you get to the door, and it's not opening. What are you doing?
Communicate.
There's no time to communicate. What would you guys do? You're in the other freaking room.
This is happening to you right now. I chose to take the shot. You got to make some decisions here.
I know.
What do
I've
we
only
do?
got one
What do
more
we
shot.
got? What do we got?
I can
So
run.
take-
If
If
you're
I
not going
can.
to communicate with anyone, we can't help you.
Gotta communicate.
All right, I'll communicate. But you sons of bitches, help me! What is going on here?
Where are you? Did you make it out of there?
Yeah, I popped out and there's something came charging at me, so I shot it in the feet.
Okay. Well, that's all we know now. We don't know.
I'm by the observation door, and it's not opened.
I'll do a quick. Private King, are you there?
All right, you try to contact Private King.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you tap on the door?
On my door.
On your door?
He goes and he starts tapping on the door, and you're on the other side, Edger. You hear the tapping on the door. There, I did it. What? Why?
Mr. Edger, tap back.
Can you open it?
Oh, there's someone on the other side. Are you guys on the other side?
Open it. Let him in.
So he starts like trying to you hear some stuff on the other side, Edger, as he's like trying to pull this door open. At the same time, this thing that was crawling toward you is still like turned around, and now it's trying to come at you. He like pulls off like some sort of bar he might have had this door closed with, and like it opens up, and like he slides it open, and he lets you in, and this thing tries to get into the room with you guys. As you guys are trying to close this door, what are you doing to keep this thing from coming in?
I grab the bar and I shove it down its gullet.
You're shoving it into
Yeah,
its face
yeah,
to push
yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
All right. If you do that, grabbing an improvised weapon and trying to push it away, but I need you to make a pull from the tower. All right.
Yeah. Who is the blue one? Can anybody read this?
Can't read what it says from here.
You don't have it on your screen?
I don't have it on my screen at the moment. I'm not sure who that is. But thank you, everybody who's joining us on the chat. This is fun. You shove that bar into its face and push it back away from the door, as like you shoved this bar down its throat and like pushed it away, and like King like slides it closed and like tries to like wedge it shut with like something else since you took the bar away from it. It's like, hi, are you the only one?
It's me, but there's two other guys, and they're in the other room, which was the
hallway. They were in the hallway.
They were in the hallway on the other side of the barricade. I went through the vent. I got attacked in there. I took a shot at something, and then I didn't take a shot at it. I ran out of there and on my knees, and then I jumped out. I got attacked by something. What the hell are these things?
Mr. Edgers, are you all right?
I'm all right.
All right.
What about you guys? Are you doing all right?
Tell Private King to switch off his comm link. We're gonna communicate through you now and save that battery.
All right, King, shut off the damn.
All right. Okay. All right.
So tell us what's going on here. You got any intel?
I'll say just to save for brevity, like just open your comms link so that everyone can hear. I guess like so now everybody's open comm links with everybody. I don't know how to explain what these things are. These things. It's a private military research vessel. We picked up some samples from an uncharted planet, and like from there, like slowly, we don't know what happened at first, but it seems it's whatever those samples were. Something came out of them, and they started. They attached themselves to these people, to the people here, the crew that I knew, and they started turning them, and they started attacking everybody.
Well, is there anybody else alive?
I haven't heard from anybody in a few days. I think everyone's gone. I think I'm the only one.
How have you been surviving?
There's some food we stored up here. We tried to hold off like some of the infected in the ship after they went off and damaged some of the engine, and they seem to be feeding off like a lot of the radiation. The reason why we took the samples is they were emitting low levels of radiation off of them, and they must like that because a lot of them they keep to the radiation core.
Is there escape vessels on this ship?
Yes, yeah. There's a hidden vessel ship. There's a hidden small ship in the cargo area.
On the first floor.
Yes.
All right.
I just can't get to it.
All right.
King, do you have any?
Where's your guys' ship?
Our ship. Somebody took it. Who the hell is alive here? Could these things be smart enough to take our ship?
Oh my God.
Or maybe some other survivors.
No, I don't think there was any other survivors, but they were trying to. When they attach themselves to these people, they do something to them. They feed off of kind of what the person knew. A lot of them were trying to like steer this ship for a while, and they're
where are they trying to take it?
At this moment, as you guys are like talking, you do hear like the engines kick back on and like the gravity kicks back on at the same time, and the rolling blackout like seems to be off. They were trying to like they seemed like they were calculating, and they were damaging certain things and damaging a lot of the crew and taking a lot of the crew, but then they were also doing some stuff with the ship.
Are you saying that these things have some base level of intelligence?
I think they gain the intelligence of the character of the people who they grab a hold of.
Then they might be trying to spread with our vessel.
My God. We have a new mission, boys. We're going to contain this.
Our
Guys,
ship's autopilot goes right back to Earth.
That must mean that if that's true, then they're gonna try to like, and then at that moment you hear like the engines kick on, and you start hearing like there's some movement to the ship at this moment, and like, oh my God, like we the survivors, like we damaged like the core to make sure that like this ship wasn't going anywhere with these things, but if the power kicked back on and everything is fine again, like this ship is moving.
Holy crap! These buggers made this thing space-worthy.
No, we did.
Guys, like our option here, I can get you to the vessel, but we gotta stop them here. If they spread out, like they took the ship very fast. We couldn't do anything about it.
Private, you got your piece on you?
What does that mean? I'm sorry.
His gun.
I don't have any weapons on me.
We're gonna need more firepower than a couple of shells to deal with these.
And all I got is
With
one
this
shot left.
Private King, we saw a small armory. You said this was a military vessel. Are there any other armories we should know about?
Maybe in the cargo bay, but like that's gonna be hidden behind a blast door. It's a hidden compartment. I know the passcode to get in there, but like, guys, we're gonna have to overload this. We gotta overload the core. Like that's the only way to stop this ship. We gotta blow this ship, and then we can take. I can get you guys to the cargo bay, and we can get off the ship. But like, we gotta stop them here.
So how do we overload the ship? We have to go back to the engine.
Calyx,
We can go through the. We can try and get to the engine from here. We did seal the door, but like if we can get a way to get it open, we can get there easily from here.
hypothetically, if we were to have opened, say, the door on level 1, would that compromise anything?
I don't
It
think
would,
so.
It would give us an easy way to cargo.
We can navigate the ship a little bit better, and I'm way ahead of you on what you were thinking before. If you get me to that core, we can make it happen, Captain.
All right. So we know what the private knows about these creatures. Did you gain any intel when you were in the hallway?
Yeah, tell us the best way to kick him in the face, Edger.
You're goddamn right. I not too much info. It's dark in the hallway. The hydroponics room looked like it was closed, so I don't know if the door was locked or not. And aside from that, from what King's telling us, it's operational. I don't know if we need that much stuff. I'm guessing on the emergency ship they have rations on there, or even deep sleep beds.
What about the creature?
The creature, I don't know. This thing was a frisbee, according to.
It was a size.
No, I'm just kidding. They're mean little buggers. I managed to kick it off of me and got out of there, but
So it attacked you right away.
yeah, these things are no holds barred. They want meat.
They drug off a lot of the bodies. We don't know. I don't know where they went, but they drug them off. They must be storing them for food or something like that because they turn
My
some
God.
and they eat.
They can see-
could grab some.
They can see in the dark then.
There's a hive.
There's a hive?
I mean, if they're taking them somewhere, there's got to be a hive.
The place that gives off the most radiation would be the engine room.
That's right where we have to go to end this.
Could that be why there was a mist in there, boys?
There's a mist everywhere.
Yes, it's everywhere.
I thought it was a
It's like
special place.
it's again. It's all just like dust everywhere.
You know what I could do, you guys? I think if I take King back through the tunnel or through the vent, we start heading that way.
Well, we're still back here. What are you waiting for?
That's what I'm saying. Let me get back there with King here. So King goes first. I follow with the shotgun, and we'll make our way back.
Okay. All right. So this is what happens.
Yeah.
Okay. As you readying up, and King's like, I'll do my best. I hurt my leg a couple days ago, but like I'm gonna move, and I know what I know the knowledge of the ship. I can get you there, and
Private.
I got the passcodes.
Private, I'm going to need you to calm down.
Okay.
I need you to go to your training.
Okay.
This is a situation in which we would have to share information. We're going to ask you to share the passcode with all of us.
But what happens if you leave me?
We need to secure this information, as you said. We have to make sure that we get off of here alive. That is our mission, soldier.
If you guys get me to the other side of the vent, and I'm with all you guys, I'll give you guys the passcode.
If you're not going to trust us, we can't trust you. I'm going to need you to help us, son, so we can help you.
Make him pull a couple things together.
I don't know. I feel like we came here to save him. He should have some level of trust, seeing as we just got to his ass.
Calyx.
You send knife edger in there.
Calyx has got you, boy.
I'll give.
Trust me, all right?
Okay.
As soon as you get here, you're right as rain.
Okay. All right. The passcode is 6969.
That's got to be made up. You gotta be pulling me leg.
That's the code for the door. But like, there's gonna be some other stuff. I'm the only one who knows how to activate the ship.
All right, we'll get back here.
It's a military ship.
All right, son.
So I knife picks this guy up by the scruff and throws him into the vent.
By the scruff.
All right, you guys.
You know humans don't have scruff.
All right, let's go.
That's more of a dog or a cat thing.
Let's do this. All right.
Gotta
so,
eat dogs.
They work. You work your way through the vent. All right. As you're going through, and you kind of take the path that you took before.
Take a right and another right.
Take a right, another right, and you're not seeing any movement or anything like that. There doesn't seem anything. It's claustrophobic and it's dark. And
Motion sensor?
as you check with the motion sensor, you just see the two pings of the two humans coming your way. There doesn't seem to be anything like moving your way per se. And as you're going through, and of course there's the blown to bits one.
Sorry.
Oh God.
I didn't clean up before you boys got here.
Like, he crawls over it. You guys go through, and then he crawls on the vent, and you see Private King, probably youngish, early 30s man. Clean cut, like military style. You look like he's been through hell for like a couple weeks, so he looks kind of dirty. So
What's that leg look like?
he's got a limp to it, so he's not moving super fast.
Is there an open wound?
No, it looks like it's just like maybe he hurt it, or like he had sprung like a problem with his knee, or bent the wrong way.
Can we put a little bit of a wrap on it to support
We have
him
a
so
base-
that he can move a bit faster?
We do have a base med kit.
Yeah, I mean that'd be great. I mean I'm trying to move as fast as I can. Like I would say that you guys can do that. Like that's
All
just
right.
like a base, just wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Don't
We'll
take
wrap him
anything.
up.
All right.
Also, Edger, get back into your suit, lad. You can't be out in this radiation all day.
Zap.
All right, put
I,
it back
I
on.
love that your zipper has an accent.
Yeah,
That is
goddamn
excellent.
right.
Yeah, as you were getting back on, and again, like the when as you noticed when you were out of the suit, like I mean everything was fine. Like the atmosphere was thin and it was cold, right? But it wasn't a problem. But you did feel like you were breathing in like dust, like or whatever it was in the air, constantly. So
Well, and King doesn't have a suit, right?
no, he doesn't.
Okay.
All right.
so
Do we
you
give
guys
him?
get through.
Do we give him one of ours?
All right, so you have your
No.
the
Oh,
bulky.
we got his coat.
You guys got the bulky suits on, and you guys are ready to go. What are you guys taking? King is like, if we can get this door open, engineer, we could probably take it from here. Otherwise, I don't know what other way you guys are thinking.
Well, we'll have to use the oxygen torch to cut down that door. The last time.
Or we could go back down to
Stairs.
the first.
Well, it was safer the way that we came, but we don't know how many creatures have exited the engineering room at this point.
If we go back through medical, we might be able to get a scan on King and see if he's contracted anything from his injuries.
You said
We
that
might want to get a scan on Edger as well. We don't know what he's breathed in while we were here.
Might be able to do that on the actual ship on the way out.
Don't waste any time. Let's just get moving. We gotta
Right.
get off this beast.
All
you rig
right.
this to explode.
What the hell?
There's
It's
a
the
lot of-
last time I cared about you, you daffy
Here's the mission.
bastard.
We have decided this mission now. All of us are to obey this mission. Is to overload first and foremost this ship, get to the shuttle pod, and then report our craft for destruction.
Once we set the cord overload, we have to get to the cargo pod immediately. Like the ship is gonna blow within a few minutes. Like we don't have a lot of time. So
All right,
like,
we're gonna need to split up. We're gonna have Private. You take the way with Calyx. You're gonna show him to the room. You're gonna show him how to operate that shuttle. Me and Mr. Edgers. We're gonna go into that engineering room and cause a hissy fit.
You know how to overload a core?
Shoot it.
All right. If you think you're up to it, you better save a lot of bullets.
You can talk me through it, can't you?
all right, this is what's happening if you guys are gonna split. All right, so what are the paths you guys are taking? Are you guys going back together? Are you guys going down? Are you guys opening this door here? How are you guys gonna do it?
What do you guys feel is the safe approach?
You said us through engineering, didn't you?
Well, if we go through engineering and start causing a hissy fit, we're going to attract a lot of attention. Perhaps enough attention to give you guys a clear way to that shuttle pod. Then we make a mad dash for you and possibly get off this ship.
Yeah, but who's gonna blow up the ship in the meantime?
We set it to rig to explode.
With what?
Whatever we got on us.
Well, I mean, as an engineer and a technician, you can set it to overload, especially with how much damage has already been to it. it'll start to build like almost like a pressure start to build in the engine as it like starts to overload, and eventually within probably like 5 minutes or something like that, it will overload. So like,
Calix,
as long
you
as
feel
as
safer?
long as you set that, like as long as the engineer does that, like
I'd
you guys
I'd
are fine.
prefer to go to the core captain.
All right.
Send the navigator with the boy.
All right. Tag team. You guys swap places. Calix, you come with me. I got your back. Mr. Edgers, I'm sure you can defend
Navigate.
yourself.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, so who's going where? So we got King going with
Me.
with the navigator.
Edger.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so Edger's going, and you guys are taking what path? Down the stairs, or are you
Yeah.
guys gonna go through engineer and cut down engineer to that door that you guys already opened?
No, that's that. Don't they have to cut open the door to engineering?
Well, that's the plan. Are you guys going down the stairs to engineering?
You guys can go down the stairs while we cut open the door.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go back down the safe way that we came.
Edgers, you put your life on the line. We're gonna have you make this call. Do you want the motion sensor?
I think you guys are gonna need it. I got a shotgun blast left, and I got my knife.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Are you guys ready?
Let's do this.
All right. You
Watch
guys,
out for yourself, Edger.
So Edger and King, it's like, all right, we'll hold the plane for as long as we can. We'll head down to the cargo bay. All right. Just be careful, and a lot of them are gonna be there. You're gonna have to be careful.
In the
Cover
cargo
yours.
bay?
No, in the engineer.
Wow, we got lucky that first time, boys.
Jelani's gentle cat boy. No. Just
All right, let's get on with it.
No.
I start.
right, so-
I start opening the door with the cutting torch.
You start cutting through this thing, and Edger and King begin to
Hightail. Yep.
hightail it back down. You have the motion sensor, and you're cutting this torch, this thing open, and you guys pry this engineering door open, and while the power's back on, this room is gigantic, right? And you guys see some catwalks leading into engineering, and as you guys proceed into, this is what happens. As you guys proceed into these catwalks lead, and you do see, like towards the back where you guys are at the moment, you do see the engine core, right? And you do see a lot of damage to it. There was looks like there's the radiation like shielding is a lot of it's been damaged or like peeled off as well. So looks like they were really trying to get to it, and you're going to be trying to overload that thing, right? And then as you guys, as Edger, you make your way down with Private King. You head down the stairs and you head down through the hallway. You head down through the hallway, and as you head into the hallway, you see two of these skinless creatures in the hallway.
We're on which floor though?
On the second floor.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you doing?
Down the hallway.
Down the hallway. So in order to get past them to the other stairs, you gotta get past them somehow with King. So how are you gonna handle this?
I asked King, what is there an alternate route?
He tells you no. If there's an alternate route through engineering, we can take the catwalks and take the ladder down to the bottom floor.
Is the door on second floor engineering open?
In order to get to engineering, we'd have to go into the bridge, and there's a side door to enter engineering.
Let's quickly run to the bridge.
You guys are entering the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to the bridge door, which is like, as you remember, you guys passed it right before you guys got down from the stairs. You open the door, and as you open the door, as you already know, the ship had powered on and the engines were powering and it started to move. You open the door and you see some of the creatures there manning, like some of the mechanics trying to like get everything going. You open a door, you see about 5 of them in there. What are you doing?
Sneak.
Can we sneak past them?
Are you gonna try and sneak past them? You're gonna try and sneak past 5 of them. You open the door, like they pretty much like knew you're there at this moment. What are you
Okay.
doing?
All right,
Oh,
we
no. Don't
run
listen to
back.
me.
We run back.
You
There
run
were
back up
context
the stairs.
clues.
Up
There
the
were-
stairs, away from all these creatures, and into
into engineering, into the
Engineering.
catwalks.
Yeah.
All right, so you run into the catwalks area from engineering.
Hey, you guys, wait up!
What happened? You went
There's-
radio silent, and we didn't hear anything about what you were doing.
And as you guys are by the core, you see King and Edger run from the back catwalks out. From where you guys are seeing, the catwalk leads to the engine core where they went. You also see it lead down the way to a ladder that goes down, and it's kind of foggy at the moment, but you can't see. But that's probably what he was talking about. Was like, there's a ladder. If we take it, we can get down to the first floor.
Okay. So then we'll take the ladder. Yeah.
All right.
So
as
we don't
you're-
know anything about what happened, by the way.
It's fine. Let's
Well,
just get
while-
to the core.
While running.
As
yeah, you guys aren't heading there, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
So as you guys are there by the core, you are gonna try and overload it, right?
Aye.
Right.
All right. I will need a pull from the tower to make sure that you overload it properly to make sure that it like starts building up and not just blows right away.
And to be clear, we're trying to set it for a timed detonation.
Yeah. So like you want it to slow build into an overload. You don't want it to like all of a sudden set like where it's gonna go like within the next minute or so. You know, you want it to like slowly start overloading and then like set it to like where it can't be undone.
Aye. See what we have here.
All right. Let's see what happens. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. This is so good.
Piece of cake, lads.
All right, you set
You
this
got
thing
nothing to fear when you've got the best engineer, and that's me.
as you
Can you
as
say
you
that
set
quieter,
you
please?
set this thing to overload and it starts like and you see and you hear the alarm start going off, the siren.
Oopsie.
Of course, as the engine's overloading, it's gonna have sensors that start telling this overloading. You break off some of the valves and some of the stuff in there to make sure that like it's non-reversible. This thing is gonna overload no matter what, and a lot of this like the siren's going off, and as these large flashing lights are going off, you're seeing from below the catwalks where all this dust was. You're seeing shadows, and you're seeing shadows of hundreds of these things moving from below.
As
near
these
the
things
engine
are
cores.
starting to materialize, I take the rest of my Karis.
I'm ready to take on the world. You guys are heading. You guys are heading down the ladder down to the first floor already. You and King, and you guys are down to the floor, and you're heard as you reach the first floor. These sirens are going off, and you hear from the back of this large engineering bay. You
On the
hear-
first floor, all
Yes,
the
you're-
creatures.
You are on the first floor,
Yeah,
but
but they're
like
on
where
there
you
too.
first entered
Yeah.
into, you guys didn't enter all the way back to the back of the bay where
Yeah,
the
but
core was.
where were they? Where do we hear the creatures running from?
You're hearing from the core, right? And that's
Yeah.
just the back of the bay. You guys are coming down the ladder in the front,
yeah,
right? And where you guys are, this is where you had first in. You see the door like maybe like 20, 30 feet away from you, and you're hearing a large like siren going off, and you hear a lot of movement and a lot of things happening right now. You guys are heading to the cargo bay, right?
Yep.
Right. You guys make a mad dash to the cargo bay. A lot of creatures are. You guys right now are on the top floor of this thing, and you guys are going to be bolting which way?
Towards the ladder, towards the catwalk to get to the cargo bay.
All right. You guys head to that ladder, and you guys are running down, and you're seeing a lot of them like start to like climb up on the actual core engine. And it's this huge like bulky engine like block, and like they don't really care like about the huge radiation leak that's coming off of it. And like you see some of them like come off onto the side of the catwalk, and they're pulling themselves up onto it, and they start chasing you guys. I need you guys are coming down and trying to get down the ladder. I need you guys to make a pull to see that you guys make it safely down this ladder for each of you. Whoever wants to go first.
He's got guts. I'll give him that. I don't know why that's playing.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Can you grab from the top?
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
So low.
I'm just saying. We made a couple of stacks.
Maybe now's a good time to mention where you're getting these wonderful sounds from.
Yes, if you guys have been wondering, I've been using the Sirenscape player. You guys can go to Siren. You can go to Sirenscape.com or you can download
I'm
it
next,
on
so.
your phone. And
I think you actually have the better call.
They have some really great like
Mama
sound
Leon.
effects or music to be used during like tabletop RPGs. I'm using the sci-fi player and it's some really good stuff. All right, so you slide down this ladder. You see some like grabbing at you. You see some from like as you pass through like the second catwalk. Some of them are there and they're trying to reach out for you and they're trying to grab you. You land down, and then the captain's coming right behind you as you're coming down.
Could he potentially take a shot at them
I will
instead
actually.
of?
I forgot that you have the hand cannon, right? I will allow you to. You have one left, right?
He has
in the
two
you have
left.
Two left. I will, in order to save you here, I will allow you to expel what's in either in your cannon or what's in the assault rifle, one or the other, to save you from a pull right now.
Two shots of the assault rifle. Do it.
I'll use the assault rifle.
All right, as you're rolling down, you use up the assault rifle, and you fire off two shots. You take two of them down, and they fall down to the ground. It clicks empty. Toss it, and as you slide down this ladder, as you're getting down, you guys are on the ground, and you see a lot of them like heading your way. And you guys, Edger and King, had entered into the cargo bay. You pried open the door as all this stuff was happening. You guys entered into this cargo bay. There's a lot of crates, and there's some like a large area, and you come to like what would look like a wall, but like he pulls open like this panel. There's like this kind of computer in there. He types in 6969, and like this door begins to open, and it leads into what looks like it's probably another half of this cargo bay. And there's crates and stuff like that. A lot of things like have been turned over because of the gravity, on and off, on and off. You guys are entering. You see this beautiful military ship that's sitting there, ready to like take off, and like there's these docking doors that like would open up to release, and these airlock doors to open up to into space as you guys are going to making your escape. As you're doing this, at this moment, Edger, when you're standing there and you're looking around, from one of the crates, one of these slug creatures like makes a leap at you. I need you to make a pull from the tower to see whether or not you survive. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, he's got one.
Shaky, shaky. Oh, nice and slow.
Eggs and bacon.
Oh, other side, other side.
I took it from that side.
No, that would. Yeah. All right. I mean,
So tense.
Definitely should have
It's-
done the other side.
It's so tense. It's so tense. All right. As this thing jumped and leaped at you, you throw it to the ground, and these doors open up, and you're opening this stuff up. As these doors are opening up, these crates and stuff like that are turned over. You're seeing looks like some military crates, and you do see some hand charges, hand grenades sitting there in a box as these doors begin to open. You guys are running towards the cargo bays. You guys are coming into the hallway. You see some of them coming down from the front floor. You have one of them leap out at you guys here, and leaps into you guys, trying to grab at both you guys here. Who is going to try and fend it off?
I am.
Hand cannon.
Are you just using a hand cannon?
We're using a hand cannon.
All right. You expel. You have 2 shots left in this hand cannon, correct?
2 shots, and then I take a shot.
All right. You take a shot off of this hand cannon. You pump it full of plasma. I don't know what the hell it's made out of. And like it pulls one off you guys as you guys begin to bolt into the cargo bay and everything like that. You see that a lot of them are catching up to you guys, and a lot of them are grabbing and grabbing at you guys, and you see some of them. They were in the cargo bay. You see some of the slug creatures like creeping out of some of the vents, and they're in your way here.
We're still in the engineering room, right?
You're just about entering the cargo bay, and you're seeing some of these slug creatures without bodies, entering into this cargo bay area through the vents, and they're cutting you off as like you're being chased by like ones that have been attached to humans, and you're entering in. You're seeing about like 5 of these different slug creatures in front of you right now. What are you doing to get them out of your way?
Didn't you say we saw some explosives?
You're seeing some explosives. Are you going to use them?
We met up, right? Like we're.
No, I can see
They're
them.
on the other side.
Yeah.
He and King are on the other side. King is trying to get into the to the ship. He opened the door. He's waiting for it to open. He's going in there.
All right.
He's about to head to the ship right now. You have seen some of the grenades right now on the ground.
So I pick up. I could probably hold 4 grenades. I'm gonna pull 2 of them. Tell the guys because I can see them.
Hey, stand back behind the door for 2 seconds.
And I throw 2 grenades, and the whole big area covered in these worm things is gonna go up.
All right.
Is there a reason why you had to use both?
I have 2 more.
Oh.
Got like 4 of them. All right, so use 2 of them. You toss them into the crowd over there. It explodes and everything like that. At the same moment, you hear King screaming, "Ah!" And it's like something is like now he's like wrestling with something that was there by the ship. Are you going over there to try and bat him off?
Is the door open?
To the ship?
Yes.
It looked like it was getting to start to come down as he was like getting it ready to open, but looked like something that was hiding around the ship had came up to try and grab him.
Yeah, but it didn't. I mean, the door is open.
The door to the ship is coming down.
Yeah.
Right.
And then,
so
but the door to get out of the place isn't
no,
open
it's not.
yet.
It's not. No,
Do
it's
we
not.
need King to get out of this place?
I don't know for sure. Like, I mean, like that's up to you whether
Come
or not
on.
you want to save him or not.
Save him.
All right, we'll go save little King.
All right.
Came
So,
all this way.
all right. So you're gonna try and save King.
Yeah.
What do you have on you right now?
2 grenades and 1 shotgun
1 shotgun shell
blast.
And my knife.
and your knife. If you're with this thing being on him, like you're gonna have to try and get it off of him. So like in order to try and get it off of him, you'd have to make a pull from the tower.
All right.
Knife. Do the knife.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Either way, I have.
Yep. This is how Edgar dies. Oh,
All right.
God.
At this moment, as he's fending off this and everything like that, you guys had to stand back for a minute as this explosion goes off. At this moment, you held off behind the door, but coming out of engineering, you see a bunch of them come out of engineering, and how are you guys holding them off before they get to you? Because it's just down the hall. Is they're exiting engineering to get to cargo where you guys are at the door right now?
I feel like we should be trying to just run through.
Are you guys gonna run through?
We're still running unless we see another option. I don't see any other options
Okay.
right now.
All right. I mean, okay. So you are just trying to run to the ship again. Like these things are right on you now because you had to hold for that explosion, for the grenades to get rid of, like clear your path, and like they're like right behind you at this moment. And as you're gonna try to run to the ship, all right, you guys start bolting it to the ship. You successfully pulled this fucking thing off of him.
Go, kiddo.
All right, and it's fell to the side, so it's like it's over there right now, and it's like just trying to get back up. And you're going onto the ship.
Yeah, we're on the ship.
All right, so you guys are on the ship. The door is still down, right? As like you're waiting for your other crew, and you guys are running up. You do see, from your point of view, Edgar just pulled this alien thing off and just like threw it to the side, and like he pulled King into the ship. King goes up to the pilot seat, like turning things on. You see it start to like start up, but it's like it's gonna take a second for it to start going, and these things are right behind you. You see one of them in front of you. What are you guys doing to clear the way? Because like otherwise these things are gonna be all over this ship.
You've got your hand cannon. What else do you have?
I've got my toolkit that I could
Throw that-
start chucking at him. I've also got
Calix, can you shut the door somehow?
I've got an empty pistol and like a dead cutting torch. I can start just like chucking them just to try and get them to flinch, just to
Okay.
slow down a couple of them.
Yeah, you could probably try to do that if you want.
Toss the kit.
You
So
could
so I start with my torch,
okay.
and then I throw my pistol, and I see if that if either of those like can even slow him down like a step or two.
You hit a couple of them and they kind of like hit, it slows a couple of them down, but there's a lot of them coming into this.
There's still more.
Into this bay now, and a lot of them are coming up onto you guys. So what's the plan here? Are you guys just running onto the ship and hopefully like seeing if you guys can take off in time as these things are right behind you?
We're not all gonna make it.
Well,
Calyx, if you get to that ship, can you find a way to open the door?
you know I can, Captain.
With that, I whisper the coordinates of the Spinelli to Calyx. And to Edger.
Fucking idiot, the comms would open the whole time. Just run, you daft bastard.
So what's happening here?
Well, I mean, we're still running.
Yes.
What other option is exactly present?
All right, as you guys reach the ship, these things are coming right up onto you, and like these, you guys are trying to. Are you both trying to get on the ship right now?
Get on the damn ship. I'll see you in that hell. We need you
Alright.
for the doors.
So I get on the ship and
Okay.
start helping with systems and try to shut the door.
All right, so this door to the ship begins to pull up. As are you on the ship, Captain?
No.
You're on the outside of the ship.
I'm on the outside of the ship.
As the back of the ship begins to close up. You're on the outside of the ship. These things like run up on you guys, and like they're jumping on the ship. They're jumping on the actual door. Some of them are getting caught into there, and like they're trying to like wedge it open and stuff like that.
Swipe 'em
What's
off of there.
what's going on here? What's going on from
Get on the door and start swiping at them.
I take the butt of the assault rifle and I try to jet it straight at their heads.
I think you threw the assault rifle.
Why don't
threw-
you?
No, I never threw it.
Okay,
don't
well
you
you
just
okay. Let's say you did
overpower your predator gun.
It doesn't work like that, okay? I don't have that function.
Okay, well, like, be in the door and be trying to bat them off.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right, is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna be on the outside of the door, and you're trying to bat them off of the ship.
Yeah.
On the inside of the ship, you guys are getting up and going, starting the ship up. Things like, you're a pilot, right? Jump in on the other seat. We need to take this thing off. If someone can try and get the airlock open.
Caroline,
Yep,
get out
I'm
there.
on it.
I know how to
Alright,
fly
so
this
start
damn
working on
thing.
it?
Yeah.
All right, so as you're working on to get this airlock open, right? The door is open. You're on the outside of the ship, and Dominic, you're on the outside of the ship.
Yep.
Right? Have you accepted your fate, basically?
No, I got a plan.
All right, got a plan. The things are you're working together to try and get this thing open. Dominic, you're being assaulted by a lot of them now as they're on the outside, on the back side of the ship. You're batting them off with like the butt of this gun. In order to fight them off and like hopefully see how this goes and bat them off of the ship, I'm gonna need you to make a pull from the tower.
Just a single pull, you say?
It's a single pull.
Do it.
I can still make it, guys.
You could. Do it.
Good.
Don't hit the table.
As this is happening, you guys are in the ship trying to power it up, getting it ready to go. You're working
Doors
on
are
like
open.
some communications with the door, trying to get it open. And like on the outside, we see the captain. We see Captain. We see the Captain, Richard.
That's Dick Licour.
Richard LaCour.
No, don't do it.
is-
Fight for it.
Fight for it?
Fight for it. We can get out of here alive.
believe in you, Dick Licker.
Find one that's loose.
Explosions are going off now. The sirens have been like going off, and things
Go
are
higher.
going crazy.
Go higher. You can go. Yeah.
Things are going crazy right now.
Sorry. Go higher. Go higher.
So good. So good.
We're going a little higher now.
Give them the gentle tap. Yeah.
Do it.
There it is. You found one.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. He's fighting off.
Yeah,
these
he's
ones
fighting
on the
off all
outside.
these
He's
creatures.
trying to fight them off. He's using all he can. He's using all his might. They're strong. They're really strong.
It got
They're
stuck.
Really strong. They're rushing. The ship is about to take off. The lights of the doors, the airlock doors are. Oh, he fights them off. He doesn't
Gentle.
care.
Oh, and he got it.
He's fighting them off. They're tearing at you. They're tearing at your suit. You're hearing the release of the air and the crack in the suit. As you're fighting them off and everything like that, as you're trying to fight them off, and this spaceship is ready, and the thrusters are kicking on, and at that moment, the airlock doors begin to open, and you hear the airlock, and you hear the sirens of the yellow lights flashing as this thing is opening up, and now the vacuum of space is sucking everything out as much as it can, and everything is being sucked out right now. Captain, you're holding on to the door and everything like that as it's trying to go up. You guys are about to take off and everything like that in the inside, and King's like, I can't take off. It's not letting me take off. That door is not closed. The door in the back has to get closed.
I run back and try to help the captain in.
You're gonna try and help the captain in?
Yes.
I will need a pull.
I figured
fucking
you
tower.
fucking might.
I need a pull from the tower.
Jelani loves saying it.
The
Need a pull from the tower.
the possible final pull here from this tower. As you
Go
guys,
higher.
There
as you're
is no
there,
safe.
I know.
as
There is no safe.
As Captain's holding on, he kicks off another creature, and it's now just him holding onto this door. As this airlock is pulling so hard. Oh my god!
Oh no, where do you
He's
put it
gonna
though?
put it
Where do
on
you
top.
put it?
He's gonna put it on top.
Put it on top. Put it on top.
Oh!
The
Well
captain
done.
gets pulled into the
sit
ship.
Sit down very
He gets pulled into the ship, and this door closes, and the airlock, and you see hundreds of these,
Get under here, you son of a bitch! You're not dying today!
a lot of these creatures get sucked out into the vacuum of space as you guys, it powers up, and it's like, all right, we're good, and you guys begin to speed off a little bit, and you guys are driving off, blasting off, and at that moment, there's just a cacophonous nothing as you see just a flash and the destruction of this space hulking of the SS Arbok, and your entire crew plus one have survived this harrowing experience as you guys are here on this little scuttle ship. And King's like, I'm so glad you guys came by. I
Yeah.
was about to die, and you guys are great. And as you guys fly off into space and everything, and you guys begin to believe that everything is over with, and you saw it all explode and are relieved as you guys have survived this mission with your lives. Might not have gotten the
I
cargo
know.
that
That's
you
what I was
wanted.
thinking. All we got is this sucker ass kid who's probably still infested with this alien.
I point my hand cannon with one shot left at Private King.
Hey,
Why are you doing this?
why are you
Boys.
doing this?
Is he infected?
This is a compromised military facility. If we let this private go, we will be killed. They will hunt us down to keep their secrets.
I mean,
The ship. Jelani, I mean,
listen, I understand what you're trying to say, but I mean, we could just
You
say,
held on to those passcodes quite a bit, sir.
We could just say I found the ship, and you guys are fine.
You think you're going to get out of here alive?
I mean,
Private? You know way too much about this mission. They obviously did not disclose the information to you. It's your life or ours.
Now you hang on just a minute there, Sonny Jim. You put this whole team in danger in the first place. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you go off killing a kid just to absolve you.
I took a bid to gather cargo. There was contraband on there. That's what was promised. That's what I came for. I did not come to be some moral police.
Well, you came, you saw, you conquered, didn't you? Look at all of your spoils you've brought with you.
Look at
If
it.
you're gonna kill that kid, it's gonna be over my body.
As
Calyx, all of a sudden you seem to care about yourself.
as all of this is happening,
Don't think I don't know about your junkie problem.
as,
For all I know, and I
told
point my
you?
hand cannon towards him, for all I know, you'll spill the guts just to get another fix.
I told you.
so much contention on this ship as you speed off into hyper warp space. I don't know, and whatever. As you guys speed along, and there's a bunch of arguing. Nothing really happens, but you guys are just arguing back and forth about what the hell is going on.
To be continued in
Off to
episode
bed
2.
we go.
And as you guys are coming out of warp space, and you guys arrive back at where you guys had left and came from the USS Clover space station, you arrive back to dock back on, and hopefully, find out what the hell is going to happen next. As you arrive at the space station, what is normally a brightly lit station is a derelict station, and there, docked in the station there, you see the SS Spinelli, and as the comms kick on, all you hear is chattering, and this is where we will end our session.
Oh, shit.
Beneath a Metal Sky.
I take that back, boys. I might need that shot.
That was wonderful.
Listen,
Son of a bitch!
guys, I love you so much. Thank you, listeners.
How about that
at home.
unnecessary drama?
I like that. That's
Thank you-
going to be a
thank you,
great
listeners and watchers
episode
at home.
2.
Hell
People
yeah.
at home, thank you so much for joining us here. This has been a fun episode. This has been a great. I loved it. I hope that you
Hell
guys
yeah.
had fun. A lot of tense moments and a lot of tension with that actual tower. But I think you guys pulled through it pretty well. So thank you guys so much for being part of this and being the crew of the SS Spinelli as you guys.
The late
uncovered-
Thanks
SS
for being the
Spinelli.
DM.
Looking forward to
uncovered.
episode 2.
So
I
gonna
certainly
get that
don't
ship back.
dread it.
Ah.
He said the name of the thing in
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah.
Right, folks, we played Dread today because we are doing a 24-hour Extra Life stream on Saturday, November 3rd. If we break our goal of $500 for the charity that is in support of the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin, if we reach our goal and we match it, we will produce a limited, few episode series of some one-shots, possibly the sequel to this, and we'll see how it goes from there. But if you guys want to see more, if you guys want to see some one-shot,
I'm rather excited.
if you guys want to see some one-shot RPG play, please donate to the Children's Hospital of Wisconsin through our Extra Life page. You can find that in the actual. You can find that in the chat right now, as I'm going to drop it in, and you can also find it on our social media pages, where we have locked it onto our pages there, where you can go there and you can donate under our team page, and from there, hopefully we can help some sick kids. So. Thank you guys for joining us. Once again, check out all Pop Samurai stuff, popsamurainetwork.com, and share all of the information, all the information. Share twitch.tv/popsamurainetwork with a friend, with family, with whoever you want. Go outside, open your window right now, and scream out to the heavens that twitch.tv/popsamurainetwork did something really cool. So, thank you guys so much for joining us here. This has been your DM, Dread Master, Jelani Hoon, along with the crew.
List them off.
Captain Richard LaCour.
William Billy Collix.
Navigator. Knife edger.
Knife Edger, Billy Collix, and Captain Richard LaCour of the SS Spinelli, and +1 of one Private King. We'll see what happens. Hopefully,
Next time.
next time on the Dread One Shot. See you guys later.